your local one-stop shop. This is Angela, owner and operator of Amcoda Farm and Home Center. From the DIYers, fixer-uppers, to contractors, we have what you need to get the job done. Building supplies, Valspar paint, and tools, Crystal X tubs, fencing supplies, and bog boots for your farm needs. We know how busy life can get. We offer delivery to make your life easier. Amcoda Farm and Home Center on Dakota Avenue in Wessington Springs. Big city value.
Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator is a proud supporter of the Mount Vernon Mustangs at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator has been servicing the Mount Vernon area for over 75 years. See them for your agronomy and feed needs no matter the farming season. They will take care of all your grain handling needs as well. Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator would like to wish the Mustangs and all the teams best of luck at the state tournament.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Each family's needs are different and special. Will Funeral Chapel will listen with sensitivity, answer all questions, and respect your choices. The Will Funeral Chapel staff can assist you in planning and coordinating all the details. They will explain all the different options to make you feel at ease and most comfortable with all the decisions. Find out more by visiting their website at willfuneralchapel.com. Their sincerest hope is that you and your family will be comforted by their efforts.
Are you in need of high-quality lumber for your next project? Looking for top-notch agronomy services to keep your crops thriving? Need a reliable source of propane and fuel for your home or business? Look no further than Tabor Lumber Co-op. Whether you're a seasoned contractor or a DIY enthusiast, Tabor Lumber Co-op has everything you need to get the job done right. And with their competitive prices and top-notch customer service, you'll be glad you chose Tabor Lumber Co-op for all your lumber, propane, and agronomy services.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future.
Agronomy Plus in Mitchell, Rock Creek and Howard, and Valley Station in Armour are your 100% locally owned team of agronomy experts. We offer Agronomy 365, which provides info in real time to make decisions that result in better, more profitable farming. We know you and your operation with service beyond compare. Get a jump on spring planning with Agronomy Plus in Mitchell, Rock Creek and Howard, and Valley Station in Armour. We are ag done right, the American way.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
C&B is proud to support our local farmers. Rooted in agriculture, we are committed to our customers. You can shop local with C&B, your John Deere dealer, providing you with new and used equipment, parts on hand, and service all year round. Our entire inventory is available to you online at deerequipment.com. C&B, proud to be your local John Deere dealer.
Live Ticket TV continues to grow and bring you more sports coverage than ever before. And now, Live Ticket TV is happy to announce their partnership into college athletics with Dakota Wesleyan University. That's right, Tiger Nation. Live Ticket TV and DWU have teamed up to bring you coverage of all home sporting activities for the Tigers. If you'd like to advertise during these sporting events, give Live Ticket TV a call. Dakota Wesleyan University Sports, now on Live Ticket TV.
BNS Services
It's the 92nd annual South Dakota State Amateur Baseball Tournament on Live Ticket TV. Good evening. Along with Tyler, I'm Heath Nimke. We're getting you set for game number 2 of our doubleheader on this Monday. Game 1 certainly gave us a treat as the Hartford-Humboldt Wood Ducks defeated Elk Point Colt 45s 8-5. But Tyler, we have seen this crowd usher in. A lot of eyes are on game number 2 of the evening. Alexandria, a team that got eliminated in the first round last year. A lot of people disappointed to see that. If you're an Angels fan, and the Platte Killer Tomatoes defeated Del Rapids Mudcats in our lowest scoring game, the lowest score you can get the state tournament, 1-0 in the first round. It now sets up a matchup of these teams that have faced off already this season. Alexandria and Platte. What kind of game do we expect to see tonight?
Well, this is going to be a hard-fought game by both teams. Like I said earlier, both teams kind of contrast each other, where Alec is kind of built on their batting. Platte is more built on their defense and their pitching. I'm excited to see I'm actually waiting to see a low-scoring game tonight, to be honest with you. I say the first team that scores over 3 runs would probably win the game.
Well, we'll see if that predicament, or if I should say that prediction, holds up true here at Cadwell Park between Alexandria and Platte. As I mentioned, if you're tuning in at home, I know we don't have a crowd shot, but certainly crowded here just in front of the crowd in front of us, but around the bleachers, and then also to our left and to our right. Also, fans, coming up here in the second inning, we're going to have a special guest join us, and that is Ross Simple, the athletic director for Dakota Wesleyan University, to talk more about the great partnership that has been just announced last week. That is Dakota Wesleyan and Live Ticket TV have teamed up together to cover the home sporting events for Dakota Wesleyan, and it's crazy to think, but it all gets started tomorrow in the afternoon with a doubleheader of men's and women's soccer. But we'll talk more about that coming up later on, because right now let's take a look at these two teams and how both Alexandria and the Platte Killer Tomatoes got here. With right there on your screen, you can see it, 11-7 overall. District 5, the Sunshine League representative number 1, how Platte got to the state tournament. They defeated Corsica 13-1, defeated Alexandria 10-8 in a high-scoring game there before losing to Winter Cologne at 7-3. And then as we mentioned it was just the other day, it was in fact Friday afternoon that Platte defeated Del Rapids Mudcats 1-0 to punch their ticket onto the round of 16. So that is how the Killer Tomatoes got here. On the flip side for Alexandria, coming in with a record of 16-6, they came out as representative number 4, defeating Parks and Mudcats 10-0 in the first round before they actually, as we just saw, lost not only to Platte but also lost to Mount Vernon 10-3 before they finally defeated Dimmock Emery 9-1. And then defeated Flandreau in the first round of the state tournament 5-3. And also, quick little shout out here as we take a look at the Sunshine. We also saw Dimmock Emery win last night, 5 runs in the bottom of the 9th to beat Castlewood 8-7. So right now, a guaranteed 2 teams from the South Central League will make it
Sunshine.
Sunshine League make it onto the quarterfinals. So impressive to see what they have put together so far out of that league, and they always do a great job, the Sunshine League does.
And actually, there's 3 guaranteed because winner Cologne will play Mount Vernon Wednesday night, and the winner of that will go on to the semifinals. So 3 teams from the Sunshine League will be guaranteed into the round of 8.
Yeah, impressive what they, again, have been put together. We've seen a couple other ones be eliminated from this tournament, but nonetheless, we'll talk more about that. Again, if you're just tuning in, Wood Ducks, Hartford Humboldt beat Elk Point 8-5 in earlier action. So far in the round of 16, we go back to yesterday. Larchwood got their second victory by mercy rule, defeating Wessington Springs at 5:30, or the 5:30 game, I should say, 16-6. And as I just mentioned a moment ago, Dimmick Emery scores 5 runs in the bottom of the 9th to beat Castlewood 8-7 in a walk-off. We're going to step aside. When we come back, it is our Shields starting lineup for both the Platte Killer Tomatoes and the Alexandria Angels. That is on the way next on Live Ticket TV.
C is your locally owned repair service center. We specialize in full-service automotive, semi-trailer and small engine repair, along with tire services. Repair services range from a simple oil change to sharpening mower blades to a more complicated electrical diagnosis. Located at 38058 South Dakota Highway 34, look for us on the hill heading west out of town. Phone Cody Barber 605-350-4293 and Arian Schooler 605-770-9398. B&S Services LLC is a proud sponsor of Wessington Springs Spartans Athletic.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes, and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
You are at Cadwell Park as they introduce the starting lineups for both the Alexandria Angels and the Platte Killer Tomatoes. Why wait any longer? Let's do the same. The starting lineup brought to you by Shields. They carry world-class brands, back every product they carry. With their Shields guarantee, you can feel confident knowing you're purchasing the same footwear, apparel, and gear professionals rely on at Shields all across the Midwest, including multiple locations here in the state of South Dakota. All right, let's meet them. The Alexandria A's starting lineup. Leading things off will be number 12, Jared Zenz, playing out in center field. Batting second, number 4, Cole Winandy, the second baseman. Batting third, Tyson Gow, wearing number 5. He'll be the pitcher and DH. We'll talk more about Tyson here in just a moment. Batting fourth, number 11, Jordan Gow, the shortstop. Batting fifth, number 3, Michael Schodemeyer, the catcher. Batting sixth, number 24, Pierce Smith, the third baseman. Batting seventh, number 1, Peyton Smith, the first baseman. Batting eighth, number 13, Jacob Giles, the left fielder. And batting ninth, number 2, Reed Smith, the right fielder. Also, shout out to Peyton Smith. He might have the best handwriting when it comes to a manager, when it comes to the starting lineup. Now let's take a look at the Platte Killer Tomatoes and their starting lineup they will bring out tonight. Leading things off, wearing number 9, Sheldon Gamp, the third baseman. Batting second, number 50, Mason Townsend, the first baseman. Batting third, number 1, Hayden Kuiper, the second baseman. Batting fourth, number 11, Grant Doom, the right fielder. Number 5, number 24, Hunter Hewitt, the catcher. Batting sixth, number 8, Jeff Harris, the center fielder. Batting seventh, number 7 as well, Richard Sternberg, the shortstop. Batting eighth, wearing number 75, Michael Beitenboss, the pitcher. And batting ninth, number 1, Seth Muth, the left fielder for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. I know Derek Denning does have some nice handwriting as well, that you can definitely put an argument on who has the better handwriting, but before we get into, we're done talking handwriting, I want to go back to Tyson Gow. He's pitched just 6 innings so far this season. What should we expect from him tonight on the mound?
You know, he's no stranger to the mound. Of course, he pitches a lot. That's why he hasn't pitched a lot this year, is because of a sore arm, but he's gotten back to where he can pitch. Expect a lot of speed. He's got a good fastball. A decent curveball. He's gonna mix it up a lot. He's gonna have the batters thinking. Same with Michael Beitenboss. he's going to pitch an efficient game. It's going to be, here's the ball, hit it. I got 7 guys behind me that can play defense. Rarely does he go into a game and pitch over 80 pitches in 7 innings. So it's going to be one of them, like I said, here's the ball, hit it.
Doesn't get much better than that.
No. With Alexandria's lineup, they don't really have a weak spot in their batting lineup. So for a pitcher like Michael Beitenboss, this is a perfect game for him because these guys are going to be swinging. They're going to be aggressive at the plate. Like I said, from 1 to 9, there's not a batter there that really you see and you think, oh, that's an easy out. They're all going to hit the ball. So we'll see if Michael Beitenboss can pitch his game and bring the Tomatoes to the next round.
Well, we'll see what happens as Beitenboss takes his final warm-up pitches. These two teams combined for 6 runs in their first round game. Again, Platte beat Del Rapids Mudcats 1-0. Shocking score there for you, Tyler, to see that type of score against those two good of teams that can both hit very well.
Yes, and shout out to Grant Doom on the pitching performance with a one-hitter. That was, I watched it on live stream or on Game Changer, and it was it was nerve-wracking because I'm from the Platte Geddes area, so I obviously want the Platte team to win, but it was just you kind of had that feeling like, okay, 1 run isn't going to do it, and with Del Rapids powerhouse of a team the way they are, you kind of figured there was going to be 1 inning where they're going to put up 3 runs or 4 runs, and then Platte would have had to come back and do something. But Grant really showed the resilience out there, and he showed that, I was the ace pitcher of the day. And hats off to Chris Regas in that game, too, because Chris pitched a heck of a game, too. Just they couldn't get the run support.
Here we go. We are set and ready to go for this game past 8:48. Yes, set for 7:30. The game's never happened on time, but it doesn't get much better than this. There has been high anticipation here at Cadwell Park for this game. Has maybe more of that feel of even a quarterfinal, semifinal game. Not one that you'd expect to see in the round of 16, but that's what happens when you get the random drawing and the way you finish within the district tournaments. The first pitch in at 8:49. It's low for a ball, and we are underway between Alexandria and the Platte Killer Tomatoes.
Here's the 1-0 pitch from Beitenboss. Swing, foul away down the left field line, out of play.
Took a hop there off the dugout. A couple fans went chasing after it. Foul ball's worth $2 here at Cadwell Park. I'll buy you some snacks at the concession stands or take a few dollars off the bucket of beer here that you can get. The 1-1, this one fouled off kind of the same direction, but headed towards the cars out in the parking lot off to our left. 1-2 the count. So, yeah, we'll get you some more numbers on both these teams throughout the broadcast as, again, Zenz is leading things off. Zenz, by the way, batting a .328 on the season.
And swing and a miss, strike 3. Beitenboss sets down Zenz for the first out of the game, bringing up number 4, second baseman Cole Wanandy.
Well, how about this? We'll give you the Beitenboss numbers, if you will. He's pitched in 6 games, including starting 5 of those. He's 3-0, if you will, on the season, giving up 29 hits, striking out 16, now make it 17. He has a 2.9 ERA and a 1.1 whip. Always enjoy looking at the whip number. Again, that's walks, hits, innings pitched. So usually put someone on a base every inning. And this one by Cole Wanandy fouls it off.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the best way for Michael to go a long ways into this game, get ahead in the count early.
He's done exactly that with this at-bat. Already quickly 0-2. 1 out, nobody aboard for the Alexandria Angels. This one, another swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Beitenboss, and certainly already proven his stamp on this game.
And on Cole and Andy's a really good hitter. He's more of your contact hitter. He's going to put the ball in play, so to get him to swing and a miss on that really builds the confidence for the Tomato offense and defense and for Michael Beitenboss on the mound.
Tyson Gow now will step up, 3-0-2 for him on the season when batting. Beitenboss kicks and fires, and this one is going to be fouled off.
Off the dugout, or into the dugout.
And no one from Platte, including Townsend. He's like, I'll save my running for later on. I don't need to chase after that one. That one's going to be foul, and I'm not going to get to it.
There's a lot of foul ground down third and first base lines, though.
You got to be a speedster, otherwise, you're not going to.
You're not going to get to it.
And you're not going to try. I don't blame the no effort there. So now the 0-1, and this one in tight, and it goes over Townsend, and it's foul. He'll go after that one. It's right there in front of the grass.
It was about 15 feet away. He got that one, but
stretch the legs.
Jammed Gow on that one, bringing the count to 0-2 now.
And the Gow probably lucky that one did go foul.
Yes, because that would have been an easy unassisted out there for Townsend.
So now quickly, again, ahead of the count is Beitenboss, already 0-2 with 2 outs. Here in the top of the first, the 0-2 pitch, this one over to third, takes a big hop.
Good snag by Sheldon Gant, and good throw over to first to Townsend to sit down the side. Good first half of the inning for the Tomatoes. Beitenboss, I think, only pitched 9 pitches, didn't he?
Yes.
Well,
9 pitches.
There's the perfect inning for the pitcher. He got the 9-pitch inning. Coming up for the Tomatoes in the bottom half of the first is Sheldon Gant, Mason Townsend, and Hayden Kuiper.
Dynamite contractor. Your younger brother Gary is a slightly less dynamite contractor, but together you make Mom proud. Look at you two, and look at your crew. Brenda the Calculator Cutler, Bill the Drill Robinson, and then there's the new guy. New guy struggles with stairs, and that'll cost you. Lucky for you, you have IMT Business Insurance. Learn more at imtins.com. Be worry-free with IMT.
Advanced Sunflower is your locally owned and operated sunflower processing company that buys all types of sunflowers for the edible and bird food industries. They market sunflowers domestically and internationally, so they have a wide range of options to get you the best price for your sunflowers. Most advanced sunflower contracts have an Act of God clause, so you don't have to worry if Mother Nature takes a toll on your crop. Give Jared or Danny a call to get you the most profit out of your sunflowers.
A credit card that fits your lifestyle and saves you money. Why would you settle for anything less? A Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Visa will earn travel rewards, 1% cash back, and 9.90% annual percentage rate, the right rate. And all the right features puts you right where you want to be. Stop by any convenient branch location or check us out online at DakotaLandFCU.com. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Out here, you learn.
At Cadwell Park, it's the bottom of the first. Fans, don't forget, coming up here in the second inning, we're going to have a special guest join us up here at the broadcast booth as Ross Simple, the athletic director from Dakota Wesleyan University, is going to join us to talk more about the partnership between Live Ticket TV and Dakota Wesleyan. That is on the way here in the next half inning. But right now, we get ready for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. Tyler, who are we looking at coming up in this inning?
We got Sheldon Gant, Mason Townsend, and Hayden Kuiper batting for the Tomatoes with Tyson Gow on the mound. First pitch low and outside, ball 1 to Sheldon Gant.
How much does Gow need to prove himself, only pitching 6 innings so far this season?
Well, he's got to show his dominance on the mound early. Platte's pretty aggressive on the plate. They're going to swing at every strike that's in there. Not very often do they look as Sheldon Gant lines one down the right field line for a base hit. And he looks to go to 2, but nope, steps back for a leadoff single for Sheldon Gant, bringing up Mason Townsend. Townsend's been probably one of the most consistent hitters on the year for the Tomatoes.
How about this, a 571?
Yeah.
You call that consistent or not?
That's a pretty steady average.
A little bit above average of at least 50%. I mean, so basically at this point, he's going to get aboard sometime in this game.
And you ask Townsend, and he's probably disappointed with that.
Yeah, right. Tell him 571.
He said, heck, it should be 600.
Yeah. He's like, probably tell you that he's let a few go by that he shouldn't have. And speaking of, Gal finds the strike zone on this one. 0-1 the count to Townsend. Again, runner on first, lead off hit, if you will, and that's going to be a big question mark to see how Gal does. Now throws over to first.
And I will say, watching some of the Platte games, don't be surprised if you see a ball go over the fence from Townsend. He's got some pop in his bat.
Haven't seen a whole lot yet here at the state tournament. We have seen, though, a couple grand slams. The 0-1, this one low and away. 1-1 the count.
Gow doesn't look like he's missed a beat on the mound. He's firing in there pretty hard right now.
And you talk about adrenaline as well. Yeah, something might hurt, but you're so excited for this moment.
You don't want to take yourself out. You don't want to show any fatigue or anything like that. Townsend fouls one back out of play.
And as much as we said about Tyson, like, oh, is he ready? He's experienced in the state
tournament. He knows what he's got to do to complete the game and to get his team into the next round. He's been there before, as have all of the players from Alec. They know what they got to do to win the game tonight, and they know what needs to be done. Done as a team.
1 ball, 1 strike, as Gow does take his time to collect on the mound. Not working quickly, if you will. And now a ground ball over short. Collected by Gow, throw to second, and they'll take the out at second, 1 away.
Good play at shortstop by Jordan Gow to get the 1 out. Now we'll have number 1, Hayden Kuiper, the second baseman, coming up to bat. Hayden is one of them experienced veterans on the team. He's one of the, as bad as it sounds, he's younger than me, but he's one of the old guys on the team. Like I said, he's got plenty of experience coming into this game, so he knows what he's got to do to get the win tonight.
Batting a .304 on the season is Hayden as he digs in.
Got a foul right off the plate, or off his leg.
This is the first one, as you mentioned, for that foul ball, but swinging away, and that's something we are seeing immediately from this Platte Killer Tomatoes team, is swinging and making contact with the ball. Maybe not necessarily always in the right direction, but they are jumping on the pitches of Tyson Gow.
We got Townsend over at first base. Kuiper drives one to left field, right to Giles. He's under it, catches it for the second out of the inning. Townsend will retreat back to first.
Tyler, I can tell you really know these teams as well. You didn't have to look down to see who was out in left field. You just knew immediately who was out there. As mentioned, you might be a Platte boy, but you have plenty of games for Alexandria so far this season.
Yep, I've done about 4 or 5 games for Alec this year.
Did they win or lose those games?
Trying to think. They've won 2 of the 3.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm pretty familiar with both teams. Kind of helps with the announcing then. Doom with the ground ball right to the first baseman, Peyton Smith, and he will touch first for the 3rd out after 1 complete. It is 0-0. Going into the top of the second, we'll have Jordan Gow, Michael Schottmer, Pierce Smith batting for the Angels.
To keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Burke Livestock Auction is a family-owned livestock marketing center in Burke, South Dakota. We are located in south central part of the state. Cattle sales are held weekly on Saturdays, with approximately 65,000 of south central South Dakota and north central Nebraska's finest feeder and breeding cattle marketed annually. Mark your calendar for our September 21st fall calf and yearling sale. Sale starts at 9:30 with lunch to start at 11. Burke Livestock is a proud supporter of state amateur baseball.
When it comes to sports bars, the Sports Center in Larchwood, Iowa has put themselves above the rest. They open bright and early, 7 a.m. on weekdays and 10 a.m. on weekends, so you can start your day off right with them. And speaking of starting your day off right, they have daily food specials that will have your taste buds jumping for joy. The best flatbread pizza in the area, top-notch burgers, and don't worry, they have the best salads as well. The Sports Center in Larchwood. If you haven't tried it yet, put it down as your next destination. Back at Cadwell Park, we move to the top of the second inning with the Alexandria Angels and the Platte Killer Tomatoes. We saw 1, 2, 3 in order in the top of the first for the Alexandria Angels. So Jordan Gow, Michael Schottmeyer, and Pierce Smith will lead things off. And Tyler, you'd like to see them get a little bit something going if you're Alexandria here in this second inning.
Yeah, and like I said in the first game, you kind of want to be patient and watch some pitches, but with Michael Beitenboss pitching on the mound, you know he's going to throw a strike. It's not very often that he walks, so you almost got to be a little more impatient on the mound or in the batter's box and hit everything that's in there. As we get a ball 1-1 count now to Gow.
Yeah, you brought up a really good point earlier about Beitenboss getting up in the count here against the batter, and he's done a great job of that in the first inning, and we see it right away. He's getting a lot of the Angels to go swinging and
they
missing.
are. Yep, they're chasing after a lot of more outside pitches, which is beneficial to Michael. We'll see if he can continue that effect. Oh, we got a ground ball to Hayden Kuiper at second. Throw over to Townsend. Kind of takes him a little bit to the right, but catches it for the first out.
Top of the second is brought to you by Check Days. Mark your calendars June 19th through the 21st. The 76th annual Check Days in Tabor, South Dakota. Check food, check music, and check hospitality await you in Tabor. Proud sponsor of the Tabor Bluebirds and all the teams here at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament.
You know, I will say I played second base for a couple years in the amateurs, and it might be the shortest throw on the field from second to first, but it's one of the hardest ones to make.
And now we see
Schottmer with a little Texas leaguer into center field. Jeff Harris will pick it up, but not after it bounces. Schottmer makes the first hit of the game, and we'll have Reggie SDABA coming in to pinch run for Schottmer.
As it is the first hit of the ball game for the Alexandria Angels, so both teams up to a hit here this evening.
Now, if I was a betting man, I would come out and say within the first two pitches, SDABA will be stealing. That kid has some speed on him, and Beitenboss knows it. That's why he threw the pickup attempt back.
I said they go straight over there to try to keep SDABA honest here.
Yep, they know better.
So we'll get to – don't worry about it. We'll get to Ross Simple coming up here in just a moment. He apologizes. No need to worry. I know you're a busy man. You got a lot going on. I want to see 21 stolen bases for you SDABA has here on the season.
Yeah, he's got some speed. I know he runs track at South Dakota State, so.
He's only been caught stealing once. Here he goes.
And there it is. And
what a great throw over to second base. But it's not going to be in time.
You can't teach speed. And Reggie's got a lot of it. So we got a 1-0 count now to Pierce Smith, I believe. Yes, yep. Pierce Smith.
Beitenboss up to 15 pitches here in the ball game, which of course is extremely low here in the top of the second. See some guys throw upwards of almost 30 in the first inning.
And, you know, I was watching the Killer Tomato game when they played Alexandria in the district tournament, and Grant Doom pitched for Platte, and Riley McSherry pitched for Alec. And McSherry had the least amount of pitches in that game with 172.
Wow.
And Doom ended up the game with 191 pitches.
That is a crazy amount of pitches to throw in a game. You see a lot of even MLB guys get less than 100 nowadays before they're taken out.
That was the 10-8 game, too. So it was definitely a marathon game, but it was a huge win for the Tomatoes as that punched their ticket to the state tournament.
So now again, Smith still in there. 2-1 they count with one out, and SDABA on second after the stolen base.
They're really keeping an eye on SDABA. He takes off for third, and no throw And I don't even think he really had to slide there.
Nope. He certainly did slide, but you got to get the pants dirty. If you're going to be stealing out there, you might as well get the white pants a little dirty. And there's communication between catcher and pitcher here to kind of go over
kind of see what they're going to do. I wonder if they're going to bring the middle or corner of the infield in. Looks like Townsend's playing in. Kind of trying to preserve that run so SDABA doesn't get in on a ground ball. We got a 3-1 count here to Smith.
Lighting ball is up to 2 strikeouts. He needs another one here.
We got a pop fly to the second baseman. I was going to say don't put it past Reggie to maybe tag up on that.
Well, I was also watching here. When Smith threw that bat, he almost took out Friendly Fire and took out Peyton Smith. He was frustrated the way, and again, threw that bat down the line there.
Well, that's just brotherly love there.
And Peyton had to duck out of the way so he didn't get smoked in the head by the baseball bat.
Well, at least he didn't take out the ball girl. That would have been bad.
But worst case scenario there for the Angels, you didn't want to go out on a strikeout. You didn't want to go on a simple pop up in the
Exactly.
infield.
You don't want to leave that guy stranded on third. Any grounder probably would have scored him to the right side. A pop fly to the second baseman is not what you needed there.
So now all Platte needs is one final out to get out of this inning after SDABA has done some great base running, moving from first to third on 2 stolen bases for the Alexandria Angels.
And now we got Peyton Smith, the manager of the Angels, batting.
And we talked about it during the pregame show. I really do think it's the best handwriting that you can see. I mean, you can clearly see my handwriting.
I'm not going to give him any credit, though. I'm going to say his wife maybe wrote this for him.
Okay. Well, I'd rather have to give her all the credit because, I mean, it's beautifully written, which, it makes sense. I mean, like I said, you look at my handwriting, and I had nothing but time to write that. I couldn't even spell Grant Doom right without putting a line in there. It made it look like it was Boom. So.
Well, maybe that's his nickname now. We got a 2-1 count now to Smith. After he fouled one off to the right field line. Another one off to the right field line, about the same exact spot. He's making some kids really happy tonight with foul balls.
But nice job battling here. If you're biting, boss. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, runner on third base, and it was with only 1 out and has a chance to get out of this inning without surrendering up a run. Grounded by the third baseman.
Oh, and we have error on the third baseman, Sheldon Gann, as it goes over his glove, scoring SDABA and putting Peyton Smith on first, bringing up the left fielder, number 13, Jacob Giles.
It looked like Gant wanted it badly over there. He was ready to shoot it over to Townsend at first, and
it was just too easy of a play, I think.
Yep, you got to look it into the glove. It's almost like that.
He was looking at the first baseman before he had the ball.
Like football on a wide receiver, starting to run downfield before
too wide open.
Yep. So nonetheless, now the Killer Tomatoes have to battle back, and swing and a miss, and stealing over to second is Smith. So now 3 stolen bases here on the top of the second for the Alexandria Angels. They lead it 1-0 over the Platte Killer Tomatoes.
I think there was a little miscommunication there because nobody was covering second on that, and Smith just takes it willy-nilly for him. Now we got an 0-1 count to Giles. Ground ball to Hayden Kuiper at second. Throw over to Townsend. Limits the damage to 1 run. After 1.5, it is the Alexandria Angels 1. Platte Killer Tomatoes due up with Grant Doom, Hunter Hewitt, and Jeff Harris.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for the everyday things you need to take care of around the house. The squeaky hinges and burned out bulbs. The toilets that run and faucets that don't. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It'd be just the right size. It would be an Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
What started out to be a small community celebration has grown into an attraction that draws literally thousands of people each year. Mark your calendars for June 19th, 20th, and 21st, 2025 for the 75th Annual Tabor Check Days in Tabor, South Dakota. Check Food, Check Music, and Check Hospitality await you in Tabor. Check Days is sponsored by the Tabor Chamber of Commerce and proudly supports the Tabor Bluebirds and Bonhomme High School athletics.
Sun Gold Sports is proud to call Mitchell and Huron home. With over 50 years of experience, we are here for all of your printing needs. Whether it's for your business, school, or personal, we are your one-stop custom shop. Screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, banners, trophies, awards, and so much more. Give Steph a call at 605-770-6829. Sun Gold Sports of Huron and Mitchell. We print t-shirts.
Back at Cadwell Park as we move to the bottom of the second inning. The Alexandria Angels able to add a run. They lead it 1-0 over the Platte Killer Tomatoes as the Platte Killer Tomatoes look to answer back here, trying to get some offense going. Again, we saw Platte score just one run in their first round game against the Del Rapids Mudcats. We'll talk more about this matchup throughout, but also want to introduce one of our guests now up here in the broadcast booth as we now have Ross Simple, the athletic director for Dakota Wesleyan University, join us on the 0-1 pitch. This one outside for ball. Ross, how are we doing tonight?
Yeah, good. It's a great night for baseball. I actually coached Jordan Gow, and I got a great story about him. Don't have time for it right now, but if you ever get a chance, I'd love to talk to you about it. When he was playing and state amateur baseball was going on, and I was coaching football at DWU, and so know a lot of these guys, and great night and two great teams playing baseball.
Yeah, so we'll definitely have to catch up on that story at another time as this one goes foul. The count is 2-2 as Hunter Hewitt is up to bat here for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. We'll see Hewitt, Harris, and Steinberg all up for the Killer Tomatoes. Ross, something we want to talk about, the partnership recently between Live Ticket TV and Dakota Wesleyan University as a strikeout happens, one out. How did this all come about between DWU and Live Ticket TV?
Well, I would love to be able to sit here and take a lot of credit for being the mastermind behind this. The fact of the matter is I have very little credit to take. Our associate athletic director, Jason Christensen, Jody, and kind of reaching out together. They had a relationship a little bit with the Culver's Classic that you guys did for us, and things went really well. And so I give Jason and Jody a lot of credit for the conversations and getting on the same page with what it is. And I've seen your product quite a bit. Watching high school games or whether that's different sports, football, wrestling, all the things. And so very impressive, and I'm excited for our kids. I'm excited for our coaches. We have some tremendous kids at our school, and to get the attention and, exposure that you guys provide is incredible. And so I think it's a game changer for our school and our kids, and I think everybody's going to enjoy the product that's out there, that's for sure.
Going back, Jeff Harris saw the very first pitch and lined it out into left field for out number 2. So Richard Steinberg now steps up to bat for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. You talk about displaying the athletic abilities of these college students. They come from all around, not only here in South Dakota, which you do amazing recruiting at Dakota Wesleyan with your coaches of bringing South Dakota kids back in, but also everything else that you do with bringing out-of-state kids or even out-of-the-country kids. How does that all come about, and how does that continue to help benefit Dakota Wesleyan University?
Yeah, I think it's just it's a ton of work by our coaches. You look at our football roster this year. We have 2 kids from Germany, joining our team right now. It's our coaches just understanding that what our backbone is, and I think you look at our rosters in any sport, the backbone of what we do at Dakota Wesleyan is South Dakota kids. We take a lot of pride in that, and that's something that we want to continue. But, in order for us to compete at a national level, sometimes you got to get out of that 4, 5, 6 hour radius. And, there's a lot of kids out there that deserve a lot of opportunities. And, we have some crazy connections, in different parts of the world. And, any time you can take advantage of those things. And once people get to Mitchell and get to Dakota Wesleyan, it's home. And, again, all the things that we're able to provide for them on the court, on the field, but also often in the community. It's a game changer, and that's how I see this partnership is just, hey, it's all going to mesh together for everybody near and far, and just another piece of what we do at Dakota Wesleyan.
1-2-3 inning there for the Platte Killer Tomatoes as we move into the top of the third. You talk about coming together. One thing that has made Live Ticket TV very successful across the state of South Dakota as we continue to expand out is we partner with schools. One of the big things that we have with schools is we give a portion of our sales of advertising back directly to the schools, and that's not going to change as we move over into the college aspect, partnering up with Dakota Wesleyan. That's going to happen as well with Dakota Wesleyan. 50% of the advertising dollar goes directly back to Dakota Wesleyan. There's always, I get the question as I'm out there as a salesperson, where is that money going to go? Can you explain a little bit more of how that's going to benefit the Tigers?
Yep, absolutely, and I appreciate you guys and bringing that up. And that was a conversation and very upfront conversation, honestly, that we had right away. And I said, we have so much support that I don't want people to feel like they have to do things on the other side. I don't want to miss out them missing out on an opportunity, and I think that's something where you get your advertising. Everybody's going to be seeing this stream, and you get your logo, you get your company recognized. Not only are you helping your business out and helping Live Ticket TV out, you're helping DW in a big way financially, and those things put people in the stands. They get kids on campus. They enhance our facilities, and I mean that's what I said. We're literally at the tip of the iceberg with this whole situation.
And I love the aspect of it too that fans continue to see, and advertisers out there continue to see Jason Christensen, the assistant athletic director, out there, if you will, beating the streets, helping raise funds for the team makers as well. So it's a great partnership all around. You mentioned as the streaming services, as the sports season gets started, we already have an exhibition game for the men's and women's soccer tomorrow that, of course, we'll be having right here in Mitchell, South Dakota, and the rest of the season comes up really at the beginning of September. You're kind of new into this role as the athletic director. How has it been so far in the first couple of months?
I'll be honest. I mean, there's a lot of days where I'm just trying to keep my head above water, I feel like, but that's everybody asks, how's it going? And I've never been in this spot in the fall before, but we have a lot of great people. I wouldn't have been in this role if we didn't have great coaches, great kids. And my whole objective is to enhance what we're doing at DW and give our kids every opportunity that we can. And so from that perspective, we're continuing to make progress. And so that's what makes it exciting for me, is just going to work. And you mentioned Jason. He's done an unbelievable job, just raising money. And, again, people ask, what's this for? Hey, we're going to use this for athletics and what we want to do. And, whether that's GAs or adding coaches or, nutrition, whatever it is, it's going right back to our kids. And hopefully that breeds success and those things continue to happen at DW.
We just saw Reed Smith go down with another strikeout for another strikeout here in the ball game for Michael, as now Jared Zenz is up to bat, the center fielder who is 0 for 1 in the ball game. The count is 1-1 to him. Now a ground ball quickly over to second, and it's going to be bobbled and throw to first, and it's going to be an error on the second baseman there for the Platte Killer Tomatoes, and there's one aboard for Alexandria. What is the next step for Dakota Wesleyan? You talk about this money that's being raised not only through the advertising but through the team makers as well. What's the ultimate goal in the next year, the next 5 years, the next decade for Dakota Wesleyan Tigers?
Yeah, I'm going to start at the end of that. I mean, and this is me talking. This isn't approved. This doesn't have the Board of Trustees stamp of approval. But, I want to be able to go walk across the street and watch a soccer game. I want to go watch our baseball team play on campus. Obviously, that comes with facilities. That and in order to get facilities, you got to have money and you got to have investment. And, we have 17 sports on campus. Only 4 or 5 of those compete on campus. Mm-hmm. And that goes back to our kids and their exposure, but it also goes back to the student experience for those kids that want to watch their peers compete. Maybe they're on the football team, but they want to go watch their friends on the volleyball team or the basketball team. Let's not have to drive downtown to the Corn Palace. Shouldn't use the Corn Palace as an example. The Corn Palace is kind of its own animal with basketball and the history there. But, we're traveling to go see our peers. And like I said, that's me talking. That's not President Kittle or anything like that. But that would be, the goal. That's the long term is, let's get some exposure right on the interstate. There's 3 million people driving by that place every single day.
Yep.
There's some big signs that would fit out there, that's for sure.
And now a steal attempt, and caught stealing there is Jared Zenz trying to make it into second. Check out this instant replay here on Live Ticket TV. A great throw there by the catcher. as that was Hunter Hewitt. Just a great throw over to second. It was a little bit of a high. Oh, it was close. The ump right there on it calls it out. I don't know if he was out or if he was safe. I'm not going to be the judge. Again, it was a bang-bang play there, but it's going to be out number 2, and now the count quickly 0-2. Ross, before I let you go, I know a lot of fans want to know, how are the sports season going to be? What are we expecting, not only for the fall, but we move into the winter and even looking baseball, softball into the spring and summer?
Yeah, I think expectations are extremely high, as they always are, but I think you're starting out with football, and there's some, Coach Kretschmar in his first year, and, we got a good returning group back there. Our soccer team's coming off some strong seasons last year, and then, volleyball graduating Addie DeWhite and arguably the best volleyball player ever in Dakota Wesleyan history. And so just a lot of anticipation. I mean, the kids are on campus, the coaches are working. We've had some tremendous showings in golf with Coach Myrink, who's been new, and so it's just really exciting to see how it all fits together. And then you get into the basketball season, new men's basketball coach with Coach Williamson and Coach Christensen. He loaded up, with this recruiting class, so I'm excited to see what the women can do. And so, there's just a lot of excitement, a lot of anticipation, and I think this is going to be a really great year for DW athletics.
One last question before I let you go. You step away into this athletic director's role, step away from the football coaching role, but you're still getting to coach the fifth grade football team. How exciting is that? It's a lot different of a pace from college to fifth graders?
Yeah, we had our first practice tonight, and I'll tell you, there's a lot of different varying levels of ability and size at that age level. But, it's good. These kids are, they're more worried about what their mouthpiece looks like and, how their jersey fits, and, which is cool. I mean, it's fun, and you don't want to take that genuine excitement away from them. And, so we practiced some tackling drills and tackled some bags and, catch some work on your touchdown dance, that type of stuff. And so we're having fun. I get to coach my youngest son, so that'll be, I'm sure I got quite a few things. He's already given me some tips on our playbook as to what he wants to see and not want to see. So apparently he thinks he's going to be playing a lot, so we'll see how that goes.
Ross, appreciate the time.
Sir. Thank you very much.
Ross Simple here. We're going to step aside when we come back. It's the bottom of the third between Alexandria and Platte. That's on the way here on Live Ticket TV.
There was a place, the perfect place for the everyday things you need to take care of around the house. The squeaky hinges and burned out bulbs. The toilets that run and faucets that don't. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It'd be just the right size. It would be an Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Prairie Valley Farm Charolais is located in Platte. Since 1980, David has worked with his father, family, and hired men to provide bulls with the best health, management, selection, and genetics to produce a quality product to meet the customer's needs. Mark your calendar for their annual bull sale on the second Saturday of April. Check out their website at pvfcharolais.com or give David Mason a call for more information. Prairie Valley Farm Charolais is a proud supporter of all Black Panther school activities. Remember, U.S. beef, it's what's for dinner.
And we are back live at Cadwell Park in the bottom of the third inning with Michael Beitenboss leading off the inning for the Tomatoes. Called strike one from Tyson Gow. Like to say congratulations to Rick Sternberg on receiving the lifetime membership to the state baseball tournament. And Beitenboss will go down swinging for the first out of the inning, bringing up the left fielder, pickup player from the Parkston Devil Rays, number 1, Seth Muth.
Sorry about that, Tyler.
No, that's fine. Glad you got to do your interview with the new athletic director for Dakota Wesleyan, Ross Simple.
Always great catching up with Ross. I know Ross and I get to work together plenty throughout. And by the way, I want to go back to something Ross and I both brought up. We talked about advertising. If you would like to advertise when it comes to Dakota Wesleyan activities, you can always get a hold of us here at Live Ticket TV, and we can get you set up today. Or if you'd even like to just advertise during high school sporting events, again, Mr. Simple and I talked about it, 50% of that advertising dollar goes directly back to the schools. It helps benefit the schools, and it's always great partnership between us and the schools with Live Ticket TV.
Sounds like there's some pretty big plans coming up with the Dakota Wesleyan in live sports.
There certainly is, and I know I'm excited for it tomorrow. Some exhibition soccer games that we already get to stream. I know I'll be on the call for the men's and women's soccer games. So, yeah, a lot of big things coming up at Dakota Wesleyan University.
I was going to say there's some sports that I can do, and there's some that I can't, and soccer would be one of them ones that I could not do.
And don't ask the question. It was what I was recruited to play in college. I know. It's a weird sport.
Oh, got a foul ball.
I felt like the call over there, the third base up there, made it a little late. And it looked like it was right there on the line.
It looked like it was on the line, but third base ump made the call foul. Now,
I do think the third baseman, Pierce Smith, did have that in plenty of time.
Yeah.
I think that would have been out if it would have been fair.
It would have, yeah. He probably would have had the out at first there. Now we got a 2-2 count on Muth. Swing and a miss for strike number 3 for the second out, bringing up the top of the lineup, Sheldon Gant. Gant reached on a single, I believe, the first inning.
Yes.
Was it a single or was it an error? I can't remember. No, it was a single.
Nope, he led off with the single.
Yep, he got on with a single. He's got the lone hit for the Tomatoes so far.
And what has been a quick-moving game.
You know what? It has been, and I was kind of expecting that. Like I said, I kind of thought the first team to get to 3 runs was going to be the one that wins because obviously the last time they pitched it was 10-8, but, you know.
You expect a little bit tighter of a game.
Yes. The tensions are higher here. There's way more on the line than not saying there wasn't a lot on the line in that district game, but you lose that district game, you still have a chance to get in. Here you lose, you're done.
Yep, that is correct. And now the 2-1 in this one high. 3-1 the count. By the way, Tyson Gow has looked good. Here, again, we talk about coming into this 6 innings pitch for him. He has dealt with some shoulder problems, but so far he's looked extremely comfortable. A hard-hit ground ball, and it's not going to be a good throw there by Jordan Gow. It will go in as a hit. Good ground ball there for Gant, and now he's 2 for 2 in the ball game.
I think that was when Andy. Was that when Andy that? Yep.
Oh, yes, it is right. I apologize.
Yep, that was Cole and Andy. But you know what? It was a tough play. It would have been, you would have had to make a perfect stop, perfect throw, and Sheldon hustling down the line made it there in time, and now we have the first baseman, number 50, Mason Townsend, coming up to bat, and like we said, his batting average is just, mediocre, 571.
Yeah, 571. Now he got a board on the fielder's choice, so which then goes in as a book as a 0 for 1, if you will. Does not count for a hit when you get a board on a fielder's choice because it resulted in and out.
Yep. I do have I have a hunch that he's not going to go 0 for on the game, though.
If he did that, that might be his first game, and we have to take a look.
Yeah.
I might dig a little bit later on that.
Just outside, ball 2 for Gow. We got Sheldon Gant at first on the error by Andy. Townsend looking to drive him around. Pick-off attempt to first, nothing there.
If you are curious, it happened actually back on July 28th that we did see Mason Townsend go for an offer, and it was against Alexandria. So, to answer that question, it's happened once.
It has happened.
And it was against this team here. 3-0 now the count, though, to Mason with 2 outs and a runner on first base. Big inning here for the Platte Killer Tomatoes as, again, they saw 1 run scored by Alexandria in the top of the second, and that has been the only scoring that we've seen of the ball game so far.
3-0. He had the green light, and he pops up to the left fielder, Giles. Giles will bring it in for the 3rd out. After 3 complete, Platte has no hits, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. At the end of 3, Platte Killer Tomato or Alexandria Angels 1, Platte Killer Tomatoes 0.
Located in the heart of Mitchell, Blarney's is your one stop for mouthwatering food, refreshing drinks, and your latest sports action. Fans, it's state amateur baseball time, and Blarney's is your pre- and post-game destination. Whether you're finishing up the early game and need a spot to eat for lunch or celebrating a late-night victory, stop in at Blarney's and keep the party going with cold, refreshing drinks. Blarney's Sports Bar and Grill, a proud supporter of the state amateur baseball tournament.
From your innovative attachment solutions provider for over 40 years, MDS Manufacturing. One of a kind, revolutionary, game-changing. MDS doesn't make the loader, MDS makes the loader better.
As the weather warms up, so does our time outside. If you've been putting off your next home project, then Elite Renovations in Platte and Mitchell is ready to help. If you're looking to upgrade or update your roof, siding, windows, doors, and decking, they've got you covered. Interior trim, flooring, cabinets, tile, or drywall, they got the crews. Book a free consultation to discuss your options. Visit their website at elitereno-sd.com to get started with your summer project. Back here at Cadwell Park, as it's 1-0 as we move into the top of the fourth inning. The Alexandria Angels lead it over the Platte Killer Tomatoes. Tyler.
Yes.
We've talked about this. I know you haven't been a part of the broadcast. The best nickname when it comes to teams that have made the state tournament. Are you going to go with your home team, the Platte Killer Tomatoes?
You know, no. I honestly, I can't. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm kind of jumping on the Wood Duck bandwagon here.
Fan of the Wood Ducks nickname?
I still think they need to bring out the wooden duck trains and kind of pull that around when they're getting announced. I know our high school team, we were the Honkers, and we had a pet goose or a decoy goose that we'd bring out. He's got his own Twitter account now.
That is true. He does.
Yeah, he kind of went viral a couple years ago.
Tyson Gow up to bat. Fouls that one off back behind. 1-1 the count. Speaking of the Wood Ducks, there's a few right down here in the front rows. Enjoying it, looks like a couple cold beverages and watching this game.
Watching a pitcher's duel here.
They do know whoever wins this one, that is who they will get coming up Thursday at 7:30. Hopefully,
yeah,
there is rain in the forecast on Thursday. Everyone's looking at me like, oh, you jinxed it, Heath. No, it's been in the forecast. Everyone calm down. It was Wednesday at first? Well, looks like we're going to get some type of rain. We'll just see how much it dampers here. 2-1, foul territory once again, and it's going to be caught that time. Nice catch there by Hunter Hewitt for out number one.
Okay, so I got some feedback. You were talking about the best nickname from amateur baseball. A reliable source told me that the Geddes Ball Rockers had the best nickname coming out of baseball.
I do like that one. We were going over it the other night, and now I say we're talking teams.
Yep.
It's just at the state tournament here, just the 32 teams here. I'm not expanding out any others. I just simply said the Horned Frogs.
Yep, that's a good one.
I do like that one. And I always give the honorable mention to the gang. I like
it's original. It's always it's never changed. I think they've been the gang since before gangs were even made.
Yeah, right, exactly.
They're the original gang.
Yeah, I always say if I had $1 billion to start a sports team, I would call myself the Rebels. So I have to give a shout out to the Akron Rebels, which I mean, it's not that cool of a nickname. It's more of a common nickname, if you will. So again, now up to bat here is Jordan Gow.
Jordan Gow, yep.
0 for 1 in the ball game is Jordan, as this one is low and away. 2-1 the count, with again one out after Tyson flew out in foul territory. Again, nice catch there by Hunter Hewitt to catch it.
Heck of a play by Hewitt. Yep.
It's not always easiest to make that type of catch, especially with the catcher's mitt.
Gow will foul that one to the home dugout. Not quite to the home dugout.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Dawson Hoffman with the nice stop over there in the dugout.
We'll also see Schottmer up here in this inning.
Just outside for Boot. Makes it a full count.
By the way, Biting Boss up to 49 pitches for him here in the ball game.
Payoff pitch. Called strike 3.
Oh.
Gow is not happy with that one, and that will be the second out of the inning. As we look at it on instant replay, he got the knees.
Biting Boss, his 5th strikeout of the ball game. 51 pitches, 36 in the strike zone. What have you thought about Biting Boss so far here in the ball game?
You know what? I've been watching him pitch all year, obviously from behind the plate. This is what he brings. He brings efficiency. He brings quick innings. You know, he's not going to walk a lot of people, and he's going to make you put the ball in play, but when he hits the spots like he has been tonight, it's hard to hit him. I mean, he doesn't have the most commanding speed, but he can put it where he wants to, and that ball is hit right to Seth Muth. He didn't even have to move for that one. I think he was running into the dugout.
That will end the inning. It's 1-2-3 in order for the Alexandria Angels. They lead it 1-0. We move to the bottom of the 4th. That comes up in just a moment on Live Ticket TV.
Shop in Redfield is a friendly, family-owned business. We carry hot stuff, pizza, sandwiches, and more. Before you take a trip, or if you're just out and about, stop by and fuel up with Sinclair gasoline from E30 to E85. Use your Dino app for extra savings and your Pump and Save card for free stuff. Don't forget to visit the automatic car wash for that spotless shine. One Stop in Redfield is a proud supporter of all school sports and activities.
Triatel is a telecommunications company that serves over 10 small communities.
And just because you live in a small community doesn't mean that you can't get good service.
For me, it's really important to be able to work remotely here in the country.
If you live in the Triatel service area and you're looking for a good, reliable, high-speed internet connection, we've served our members for 65 years and we're going to be serving you long into the future.
Hey farmers, don't have the time or the means to haul your corn to market? Contact Derek or Phil at New Gen Energy. They are receiving corn 6 days a week, and every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. is Farmers Only Haul Day. Located in Marion, South Dakota, New Gen Energy also sells distillers and corn oil. Call 605-648-2100 for all your corn needs, and check out their website at newgenmarion.com. That's N-U-G-E-N Marion.com.
The bottom of the 4th inning brought to you by James Valley Landscape. Their landscape professionals bring your outdoor vision to life with high-quality plants and hardscape materials. They're a proud supporter of all the teams here at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament right here in Mitchell, South Dakota. Tyler, who do we got things leading off for the Platte Killer Tomatoes?
Due up in the bottom of the 4th, we got the second baseman Hayden Kuiper, Grant Doom, and Hunter Hewitt. First pitch of the at-bat. Kuiper takes a healthy cut, swing and a miss for strike 1.
Proud of myself for not calling him Boom earlier. Because again, I always turn my D's into B's. I don't know why. It's just a bad habit of mine. Well, yeah, you would be.
Ooh, call him on the swing there, so it's a 1-2 count now to Kuiper.
Kuiper 0 of 1 here in the ball game. Spitting all over the iPad. Sorry here, Tyler. 1-2. This one is outside. 2-2 the count. By the way, Gow now up to 41 pitches for him here in the evening. That was 41 pitches, 26 in the strike zone.
You know, as far as the whole Doom and Boom thing goes, I don't think Grant would be too upset if you called him Boom because it's got a nice ring to it.
I like Doom as well. I think they both have a good ring to it.
Oh, yeah, it does. And Hayden Kuiper comes up with the leadoff walk after going down 0-2. 4 straight balls to put him on first base. Brings up the man himself, Grant Doom.
Batting at .278 coming into this state tournament.
Playing right field tonight. He's another one. He's got some pop behind his bat. If he can put put some charge into it, you could see that ball travel.
We are seeing a wind pick up very, very slightly out in center field. I don't think it's going to help whatsoever. Not like we saw the other day on Sunday.
No, that was a windy day.
We saw one that got carried out to left that I think it might have helped a little bit for a grand slam. That was in the craziest of innings that we saw. Combined 18 runs between Crofton and the four corners in that third inning. I heard several of the players went and ate themselves about a couple onion burgers, and when they got back, the inning still was going. The 0-1, this one outside.
Ball 1. 1-1 count. I remember the last year game when the Killer Tomatoes were playing Lesterville in the opening round. Grant had one. The wind was blowing out, and when he got up to bat, the wind shifted and started blowing to the south. He hit it, and it went about 20 feet foul, but it went about 365 feet.
Jeez.
Yeah, if the wind wouldn't have picked up when it did, he definitely would have had a home run there, but you got to blame Mother Nature on something.
1-2 now for Doom. Again with a runner on first for the Platte Killer Tomatoes.
And no outs.
Good opportunity to maybe try to get some offense going here in this fourth inning. Right back to Gal. He's going to look to second and now throw over to first. What do you think about these decisions to always go to second if you're the Angels? It's just smart baseball.
That was a good turn there by Tyson. He got that ball quick enough to his brother Jordan at short. Jordan just couldn't get Grant going to first. Grant's got some speed there, but heck of a turn and just smart baseball there by Tyson. Now we got number 24, Hunter Hewitt up. Hewitt's been a pretty consistent batter on the year for the Tomatoes.
Why you say it? How about 286? And he sees the very first pitch right to second again. And then
airmails it, and he will get second on the aired throw.
Are they going to call an error? They will. And it looks like Wanandi wanted.
I think he was trying to throw that to Victor Wembanyama because that was about a 8-foot throw, and Peyton Smith was not going to get to that one.
And because the baseball went out of play.
And now we got a courtesy runner for Hunter Hewitt. That's Legion player Joey Foxley.
But it's the same because the ball went out of play. They're going to let Foxley get to second base.
Yep, you get one base automatically on the overthrow beans that went in the dugout. Now we got Foxley running at second, and we got Jeff Harris batting.
Yeah, probably shouldn't say that it went out of the park because there is a big old beam right here and to my right side, so I didn't, see where the ball exactly went.
Yeah, it ended up in the dugout. We got an 0-1 count now to Harris as he fouls one off the left field line, or down the left field line.
Quickly 2 outs as well for the Killer Tomatoes after they put a runner on first with nobody out.
Oh, there's a lot of speed there, too. Joey Foxley will make it in easily. No throw there. A big 2-out hit for Jeff Harris, putting the Tomatoes on the board. 1-1 game now, and we got number 7, Richard Sternberg, coming up to the plate for the Tomatoes.
Great piece of hitting there for Harris. It looked like Gal might have had it, leaped up in the air and just beyond his reach.
Heck of an effort by Gal, but just over his glove to get down for a base hit for Harris.
As I mentioned, great lead there for Foxley, too, as soon as he was taken off.
He was taken off on contact, yeah. Now we got Richard Sternberg up to bat.
He was already halfway to third by the time that got past Gal.
You know, with Sternberg, he's not going to wow you with his power, but very rarely is he going to get out. He's going to put the ball in play. He's going to make the defense work. That's kind of been his main his main attention for what he brings to the table.
Speaking of Sternberg is 293 on the season.
We got a 2-0 count on Sternberg as he takes that one low. Gal kind of showing a little bit of frustration on the mound, maybe more towards the calls, not maybe at himself.
He is up to 22 pitches here in this inning alone.
And we got a ground ball to Gow. He'll take the ball to the short throw to second to Wanandi for the third out. After 4, it is the Platte Killer Tomatoes 1, Alexandria Angels 1. We will go to a commercial break.
You starts closer to home with people who understand your way of life and belong to your community. Primary care providers at Horizon Health know you and know how to help you stay well. We're here to keep you healthy and care for you through every stage of life so you can keep doing what you love and make every day a better one. Schedule an appointment at horizonhealthcare.org.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
It might be time for you to strongly consider leasing bulls from Jorgensen Land and Cattle. Here's Cody.
Well, it's a really good option to acquire some excellent genetics for an affordable price. It's become really popular. When you first hear about lease bulls, sometimes it may frighten a person. So this is a different ballgame. You know, there's a genetic program behind these bulls. These are bulls that have a genetic program and really are designed genetically to very nice calves.
Call 1-800-548-BULL.
We are tied 1-1 as we head to the top of the 5th. Just over an hour old here at Cadwell Park for game number 2, 9:47. Great to have you along here on Live Ticket TV. Another broadcast partner back home watching and listening, John Kirchner. Haven't talked to Johnny K in a few weeks now. Thanks for sticking up with us, John, and all the fans out there that weren't able to make it to a packed Cadwell Park. And Tyler, we knew this was going to be packed, and it lived up to its hype.
And the game is living up to its hype, too, as we get going in the top of the 5th. We got Pierce Smith batting. Smith, I believe, is 0 for 1 on the day.
I might as well say it as well, so it gets off everyone's mind. We have not seen an extra innings game yet here at the State Amateur Tournament. Yet we've been close a couple times. We haven't seen it, and as I would say, I have nowhere else to go tonight, so if we play some extra baseball, so be it. I don't mind.
Saw an amazing walk-off last night with the Dimmick Emery game.
That was absolutely crazy. Certainly the craziest game that we have seen here of this state tournament. The Four Corners Crofton one would also be up there. Combined 23 runs. Again, 18 of them were seen in one inning.
Yeah, the Platte Del Rapids Mudcat game was a good one.
That one, the complete opposite of the Four Corners in Crofton.
And we have another called 3-looking. Biting Boss will sit down Pierce Smith.
Let's check on the instant replay here. This one looked like I thought might be a little out of the zone. Again, I'm not the home plate ump here.
Could have been a little out, but...
And again, I'm never going to judge the call.
Like I said, I'm never going to argue with the umpire. His call is his call. They're always right when they're not.
So now
we'll have a line drive to center field. Jeff Harris makes a beeline on that one. Can't get to it, gets past him. Doom will pick it up, and we will have a walk or a stand-up double by Peyton Smith. Good effort by Harris out in center field, just could not come up with it. So now we got a runner on second with 1 out.
And for Alexandria Angels, it's just their second hit of the ball game.
And now we have Jacob Giles coming up to bat.
Now Smith is taking off some gear here. As mentioned, Jacob Giles, the left fielder, will step up to bat. But a huge hit there for the Alexandria Angels. And just a tough one for Harris as he got right underneath of him. And Doom had the go cover for him out in right field. Had to go all the way back to about the 385 mark to pick up the baseball.
And, can't say this enough. great effort by Jeff Harris on that play because he had to make a long run to left or right center. Made the sliding attempt, but couldn't come up with it as we have strike one called on Giles. Boot trying to paint that outside corner. Sorry if I call him by his nickname. I'm used to calling him by his nickname.
You're good. I picked up on that some time ago. I don't mind the nickname at all. 6 strikeouts, by the way, for him.
Ball inside gets past Hewitt, and Smith will make his way down to third base safely.
Not seen a lot of those in this game number 2. Now, in game number 1, saw a few issues when it came early in that game. In fact, the Wood Ducks got their first 2 runs of the ball game on pass balls. They had at one point more runs than they did hits in the ball game. And still at 0 errors, by the way, for Elk Point. 2-1, now the count here for Giles. Again, he is 0 for 1 in the ball game. Runner on third base for the Alexandria Angels. So just as Platte scored a run in the bottom of the 4th, the Angels could take their lead right back in the next half inning. The 3-1, this one is going to be right over to second. Kuiper slid in the grass, and because he looked over to home, it kept Smith from running home. Because
that was heads-up baseball by Hayden Kuiper.
He was going to go home with it, but didn't. Instead, goes to second, gets the second out
of the inning, which holds Smith at third, bringing up Reed Smith, who could open this game up, but the way Booth's been pitching, it's going to be tough. He's been throwing a pretty phenomenal game so far.
Smith lined out to left field his last time up to bat. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Burke Livestock. Their family-owned livestock operation. Auctions are every Saturday, and Burke Livestock is a proud supporter of the Burke Bombers and all the teams here at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Burke Bombers make it in their first year of existence and just ran into a tough Larchwood Diamonds team that right now certainly has the best bats in the state tournament, as they have just been making it. 1-1. This pitch, swing and a miss, and they count now 1-2.
Yeah, like I was saying, though, with Michael Beitenboss pitching, he needs to get ahead early because you got to put more pressure on the batters.
Looking for strikeout number 7 here. With 1-2 the count, and again a runner on third. Single here makes it a 2-1 game. And this one,
close, low. It was low.
And mumbling and a few shouts from the crowd.
The catcher, Hunter Hewitt, has to calm him down. He knows it was low. I think everybody up here knew it was low, too. Obviously, the ump knew it was low. He called it a ball. Nothing hurt.
And this one low once again.
Yep. Low in the zone.
So the count is now full with 2 outs. It wouldn't be the worst thing, if you will, if Beitenboss did walk here, but he would certainly love to get out of this 5th inning. The 3-2, this one fouled, and they'll reset and do it again.
The only thing is now is you walk him, then you got the leadoff runner coming up with 2 guys on, where you kind of want to get rid of the 9-hitter, get to your leadoff with nobody on in a clean inning. But yeah, like you said, it doesn't really hurt to put him on because then you got to force that second and first.
The full count, 3-2. This one lifted out into actually behind the pitcher. It's caught. Oh, my goodness.
Heck of a play by Beitenboss as he runs into Sheldon Gant and still holds on to it.
Look at this one on the instant replay. It looked like it was head for center field, but then it just died quickly in the air. What a great catch by Beitenboss, and the bodies of humanity clash into each other, and Beitenboss holds on to it, knuckles all around, and we stay tied 1-1 heading to the bottom of the 5th. That comes up in 60 seconds here on Live Ticket TV.
At Lesterville Feed and Grain, they pride themselves on offering top-notch products at competitive prices. Whether you're looking for feed for your livestock or grains for your crops, they have you covered. And with their market bids, you can rest easy knowing you're getting the best deal possible. But it's not just about the products, it's about the service. Their knowledgeable staff is there to help answer any questions you may have and provide expert advice to help you succeed in your farming endeavors.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
Dr. Kelly.
It's the bottom of the 5th inning here at Cadwell Park as they are doing bingo right now. I missed how much the pot was. I know it's going to be a big pot. I saw even old ladies in front of us at one point putting up their dollar bills saying, take my money and give me a bingo card.
You got to love bingo and baseball.
I don't mind playing bingo. I'll always spend some money buying some bingo cards. I have been successful before in it and winning some prizes, so I'm never going to be a hater of it. As it will be Biting Boss to lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll see Biting Boss, Muth, and Gant all due up in this inning for the Killer Tomatoes.
I will say so far this game has lived up to its expectations as Biting Boss puts one opposite field into right field for a base hit. 4th hit of the game for the Tomatoes, bringing up the left fielder, number 1, Seth Muth, the pickup player from the Devil Rays.
And by the way, first base hit for Biting Boss of the ball game. He struck out his last time up, and also did Muth strike out his last time up. When it comes to Gowan, his pitching numbers, 4 innings complete, has given up now 4 hits. That 1 run, it was earned. He has struck out 3 and walked 1 here in the ball game, up to 56 pitches in the ball game. And Muth shows bunt. What do you think about playing small ball here, letting Muth a bunt instead of swing away?
In a game like this, every run matters. So any way you can get a guy in the scoring position, you take it. So if Muth isn't, if Muth isn't confident batting, sacrifice yourself and get him around. Yep, good bunt by Muth. You're not going to get him at second. Good play there by the catcher, Schottmer, to get him out at first. But moving up to second is Michael Biting Boss, bringing up the leadoff hitter, Sheldon Gant, who is 2 for 2 on the day. So now you got a runner in scoring position with 1 out, and arguably one of the better hitters, if not the best hitter of the team right now, tonight, in Sheldon Gant.
Yeah, as you mentioned, great performance for him so far. Batting 1,000, as they say, and a runner on second base. Another base hit here could potentially get you an RBI for the night. Then you also talked about earlier, going back to pregame, and what you said, first 1 to 3 is going to win, and so far you have been spot on with that prediction as well.
Gant checks his swing, evens count up 1-1 with 1 out. Yeah, I mean, you kind of know both these teams. You know it's not going to be a marathon game as far as scoring-wise. It might be a marathon game just because
of how close it is.
Yeah, how low it's going to be. It might go 15 innings, who knows?
Fans, don't forget, plenty more baseball here at the State Amateur Tournament, including A's coming up on Friday. But our next game after this comes up tomorrow at 5:30. Canova takes on White Lake. And then after that, Del Rapids PBR takes on Millbank. If you will, Del Rapids PBR and that Millbank game expect to be a really, really good game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a really good matchup. Again, I've been kind of talking about PBR a lot this year. They got a lot of veterans on that team. Plus, they got a lot of young guys coming up that are very good athletes. I know some of them. And, yeah, look for it to be a pretty heated game in the sense of anyone could win that one.
2-2 the count here to Gant. And he sees this one, rips it down the third base line, but it is foul.
Todd Strand showing off his soccer skills, kicking the ball into play.
Speaking of fans, we'll have soccer for you tomorrow for Dakota Wesleyan University as the both men's and women's soccer team take on Gillette Community College in an exhibition game. Live Ticket TV has all the home sporting events for Dakota Wesleyan covered this year. Look forward to all the exciting coming up tomorrow beginning at 3:30 with the women's game and the men's game to follow. Both teams have already gotten one game underneath their belt with an exhibition game. Again, for Dakota Wesleyan, it doesn't count, but it's like preseason football.
It's exposure. It's exposure.
It's preseason football. We
Yep.
still got to do it. We
Yep.
got to shake off the rust.
You know, it's good to get those exhibition games in just to get those freshmen that come up, just to kind of give them a little bit of exposure and get them kind of acclimated to the.
Now, I will say, as a former soccer player myself, there is no such thing as rust. We're always kicking a ball around, doing a little hacky sack in the house. If you're a guy like me, you took out about 50 of your mom's precious moments growing up as a child.
Or a window or two.
There were also a few windows taken out. The 3-2, and this one low. Ball
4.
Putting runners now on first and second for the Platte Killer Tomatoes with one out here
Gal
in the bottom
is not
fifth.
happy, and we're going to have a little conversation.
Yeah, there was a conversation between the home plate ump and Gal.
Gal not happy with the zone of the ump, which, like I said, I never argue with the ump. I've been on all four sides of a fan, coach, player, and ump. Arguing with the ump does not get you anywhere.
And Gal's got a smile on his face as he got his last remarks in.
Now we have the all in dangers Mason Townsend up with one out, runner on first and second.
Talk about it. Townsend batting above a 500. He's 0 for 2. He is due up for a base knock. And this would be a huge moment here with runners on first and second.
Any ball hit to right center right now. They got a pretty big gap in right center.
And this one well outside. 1-1 the count.
I kind of look for Townsend to put one right into 374 in right center field there. Maybe a little to the left about Mitchell Realtor.
Speaking it into existence is Tyler, as they say. Platte fans enjoy hearing that. The 1-1 kicks and fires. Not quite deep enough.
But a good hit nonetheless to move the runner around.
Now, if you don't think Tyler doesn't know a thing or two about baseball, all right, maybe it wasn't quite
374, but it was in that general area.
It was in that general area. I'll give it to you by no means. I was right in the right area where you were calling for it. And now
we got a meeting at the mound.
By the way, there is nobody warming up in the bullpen, so this is just a simple conversation.
Well, with runners on the corner, they got to figure out what they're going to do, if they're going to throw it down or cut it off or throw it to third or hold it.
By the way, Hayden Kuiper is up. He's 0 for 1 the ball game, including a walk here tonight. Again, a big moment with now runners on the corners.
This is a big play here for the Tomatoes and for the Angels.
We just saw the Angels as well put a runner on third base and
leave them stranded.
Yep.
Yep.
So a big moment that the Platte Killer Tomatoes could answer back in the bottom of the fifth. Same kind of situation here, but could score. Every run is an important one in this game.
Called strike one to Kuiper. Gal's just got to keep his composure on the mound and fire strikes in there and hope his defense can hold him to no runs this inning.
Gal 3 strikeouts in the ball game. Now a pickoff attempt over at first.
Not a very strong pickoff attempt.
No.
Keep.
That did look like a Jody Brozick pitch, high and for a ball.
Maybe a first pitch.
Don't be upset that you brought that upon yourself. You left it over the plate, and I smacked it out of the park. 0-1 the count here. This one, nice job staying in front of it.
Good stop by Schottmer there to keep it in front of him. 1-1 count now to Kuiper. Tell you what, I have a lot of respect for them catchers because they put their bodies on the line about every game.
And definitely have to stay in front of it with a runner on third base.
Between their knees and their bodies, I guarantee you they take a beat in every game.
The 1-1, this one a ground ball over to Cole Winandy. Gloves throws to first, and it's the 4-3 putout. So the Platte Killer Tomatoes also strand a runner on third. In fact, they strand two. And we head to the top of the sixth, still knotted at 1 apiece. We're back in 60 seconds here on Live Ticket TV.
Tobin and staff at Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic are proud supporters of high school athletics. When it comes to large and small animal health, look to Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic. They understand how important your livestock is to you and will give you service that you can depend on. Call 539-1040. That's 539-1040. Rolling Hills is located on Dakota Avenue, across from Farm Bureau in Wessington Springs. Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic.
Being a part of a community means sharing the history and future of the people all around you. For 115 years, First Fidelity Bank has been doing just that, helping you get the most out of life by providing the services and tools you need, the conveniences and technology you want, and the friendly faces you expect. So you get everything you need right here in the place you call home, now and for many years to come. First Fidelity Bank.
The heart of farming season is coming up, and Caton International is your HIH dealer in Crofton, Nebraska. Caton International offers top-notch parts and service to keep your equipment running smoothly all season long. Their team of experts is there to help with any maintenance or repairs you may need, so you can focus on what you do best, farming. And don't forget to check out their website for the latest deals and promotions. Whether you're in the market for a new piece of equipment or just need some replacement parts, Caton International has you covered.
We travel in packs. Fearless first-timers and go-getters. Sightseers and mudslingers. Trail conquerors and adrenaline junkies. We believe great rides deserve great company. And wherever the ride takes us, there's always room for one more.
I'm sick of umping Sunshine League teams.
Back here at Cadwell Park, as it's 1-1.
As we get the throw down from Hewitt, we'll have the top of the lineup for the Alexandria Angels. We'll have number 12, Jared Zenz, Cole Winandy, and then the pitcher, Tyson Gow, to bat for the A's, for the Angels in the top of the sixth.
Well, this is a big spot for Alexandria.
It is. They actually, for both teams, because even, Platte coming up in the bottom half of the inning, they got their 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up. This is where you need to put some runs up or at least get some base runners.
But with the, if you will, kind of heart of the lineup as we see that shift in the way baseball is played, putting some of the best batters 1, 2, 3 in order.
Yep.
We certainly see that with the Alexandria Angels. Power hitters in these 1, 2, 3.
Well, and like I was saying too earlier, there is no weak spot in this lineup for the Angels batting wise. Your 9-hitter could come up and go 3 for 4. Your 1-hitter could go 0 for 4. It just, they complement each other.
And for Bite and Boss as well, starting to show his wear and tear out there, has thrown 74 pitches here in the ball game. And this one in for a called strike, as I think that time Zenz thought that was going to be a ball 4, take your base.
As a batter in that situation, I think he was just trying to sell it that it was a ball. I think he knew it was a strike, but you got to kind of sell it as a ball.
And now the 3-1, this one is low, so it is a walk. And the leadoff batter is aboard. It's also the first walk that Bite and Boss has given up here in the ball game. So impressive numbers that he has thrown so far today, but we'll see if that doesn't maybe get him a little bit in trouble, as now Cole Winandy will step up to bat. Cole Winandy has yet to get an official hit here in the ball game.
I was just looking at the pitching stats. Michael Bitenboss has thrown 48 of the 75 pitches for strikes. And, that's pretty efficient for him.
By the way, for Cole Winandy, 27 hits. Averages again 314, on base percentage of just under 40%.
When Andy showed bunt there and pulled back, looked like Zenz was taking off on the hit. About got caught in no man's land.
And now he will take off. Good throw over to second, but just a little off for Kuiper to come back and apply the tag. So a successful stolen base for the Angels. And now they have the leadoff batter aboard to second base, if you will. And the Angels cooking with some fire right away in the top of the sixth.
And I believe it's a 1-1 count. I think that second pitch was called a strike.
Yep. Get the official indication there to make sure. 1-1 the count.
Now we'll have Winandy coming up. See if he shows bunt again or if they're going to let him swing away. With Winandy, I would let him swing away. He's got some pop in his bat.
He gets the green light to swing away, and this one fouled off, and must have been a great catch up by someone here.
In the stands.
Yep. There's a lot of cheers going. So somebody's going to get themselves $2, or they can just simply keep the baseball.
Sometimes I feel like there's better athletes in the stands than there are on the field some days.
The 1-2, and this one's swing and a miss.
Good pitch there by Biting Boss to get Winandy swinging for the first out. Bringing up the pitcher, Tyson Gow.
Check out this 7th strikeout by Biting Boss of the ball game. Is that one?
Winandy wanted that one, but just a little too high for him. Just under it. Now we got Tyson Gow batting. Gow 0 for 2 on the day.
Gow swings the first one, fouls it off right into the Platte Killer Tomato dugout. Again, huge moment for the Angels as they were able to get Zenz already to second base with nobody out. Strikeout gives it 1 out here in the ball game. So
I got to give a shout out there. That was a great stop there by Preston Nedved, one of the Dakota Wesleyan football players in the dugout.
And now the 0-1 popped up in the air. It's going to be the left fielder, Muth, that gets it, and then he's going to hold up Zenz at second.
Great play there by Muth to just walk it in a little bit to kind of keep the runner at bay at second base.
He was telling him, go ahead, try it.
Yeah.
See what happens.
My arm versus your legs, my arm will win, is what his mindset is.
Now we'll never know because Zenz didn't try.
Yeah. Now we have Jordan Gow coming up to bat, the shortstop.
Jordan Gow is also 0 for 2 with the ball game, including a strikeout. He sees the very first pitch. It's out into center field. Harris gets underneath of it, and 1,
can of corn.
2, 3 after Zenz got a lead-off walk. The Angels do nothing with it. We move to the bottom of the 6th, still knotted at 1 apiece. The bottom of the 6th comes up here, and a couple commercials on Live Ticket TV. Experience the enduring legacy of Castlewood Farms Elevator, a farmer-owned cooperative that has served the ag community for more than a century. Dedicated to enhancing efficiency and offering superior services, they provide a comprehensive range of crop nutrition, protection products, commercial fertilizer, and livestock feed. Visit CastlewoodElevator.com or give them a call today. Your ultimate destination for agriculture needs is Castlewood Farmers Elevator.
Discover a piece of Americana at Cohen's Corner, a renowned 1920s rural gas station turned firearm haven in the upper Midwest. Since 2004, their updated store has preserved nostalgia with gas pumps and snacks for travelers alongside a selection of 2,500 firearms. Purchase in-store or through Charlie for global delivery. They buy single guns, entire collections, and offer trades. Whether you're a collector or looking to sell, they've got you covered. Cohen's Corner, proud sponsor of Castlewood Youth Athletics and Events.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
back at Cadwell Park as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-1. Quick recap of everything that's been going on. We saw a run from the Angels in the top of the 2nd. It was answered back in the bottom of the 4th inning by Platte's lone run. We have not seen anything since. Now, both teams have threatened, including the Angels, who just got Zenz to second base with nobody out. They were not able to advance him any further, and we now get set for this 6th, or I should say the bottom of the 6th inning for, as they say on the scoreboard for Live Ticket TV, the Maters.
And we'll have Grant Doom, the right fielder, coming up to bat for the Tomatoes in the bottom of the 6th.
This one, swing and a miss. No, foul.
Foul ball off the foot.
Apologize. 0-2 with the Maters. Who's that? The little pickup truck from the Cars? Yeah. Who did that voice now?
Larry the Cable Guy.
There you go. I could see his face, but I couldn't remember the name.
Yep.
I haven't seen the movie Cars since maybe I was 7 years old.
I might have had hair the last time I saw that movie.
1-2 the count here.
So someone always asked how the Killer Tomatoes got the nickname the Killer Tomatoes. And it happened back in the 70s, I believe, or around there. And I want to say it came from the movie Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. So that's kind of how they got the Killer Tomatoes name through their baseball team, is the guy that started the team obviously must have liked that movie, so he got started with the Killer Tomatoes.
Okay. I did not know that. I guess I was always wondering how they came up with that name. The 1-2 in there for a called strike number 3. It's the 4th strikeout for Gal.
We'll look at that on instant replay.
And there you go. That's how the Killer Tomatoes got the nickname.
Might have been inside, but you know what? You got to protect with 2 strikes.
So again,
Doom not too frustrated, but now we'll have number 24, Hunter Hewitt, up to bat, the catcher for the Tomatoes.
So after Gal throwing 6 innings all season long, he is in his 6th inning of pitching. So he's going to double up what he threw during the regular season, and he's looking just fine out there. In fact, he has the lower pitch count as well.
You almost got to think, though, right now that the Tomatoes are going to be really patient at the plate, watch a lot of pitches, make Gal work, try and force him to throw strikes. Obviously, it's working right now on Hewitt. He's up 3-0, count on him. I mean, you got to think fatigue's going to set in here soon for both pitchers.
The 3-0 in this one, in for a called strike. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Farmco, locally owned and operated. Farmco is a full-service feed, seed, animal health, farming, and ranching equipment provider serving the Midwest, and also a proud sponsor of the Platte Killer Tomatoes. Foul ball, and now the count is full with 1 out.
You know, we kind of thought that last half inning that Biting Boss was maybe showing a little bit of fatigue when he was, but you know what? He came through in the end and sat Alexandria down to no runs on there. We'll see what the Tomatoes can do in the home half of the 6th.
Now foul ball, the count remains full with again 1 out. Again, Hewitt, by the way, is 0 for 2 here in the ball game. We'll also see Jeff Harris, the center fielder, due up next.
Harris, if you remember, had the RBI in the.
And another strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts by Tyson Gal. After coming into this inning with 3, check out this instant replay for strikeout number 5 for him. And that one looked like it might have been a little low, but
with 2 strikes, you got to be protecting.
So as you mentioned, Harris is up. Harris is 1 of 2 in the ball game with that lone RBI. And it's good, as we always talk about this, the pickup player comes out and produces. Right now he has been saying thank you very much for Platte to come out and do your thing. And sees the 1-0, and it's going to get Cole Wanandy.
Bounces over Wanandy for another base hit for Harris.
So how about this? Harris now has 2 of the 5 hits for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. And with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th, he is aboard. And will
now we got Richard Sternberg up to bat.
The shortstop will step in.
Jeff Harris is one of them wily veterans. I've heard this from about 3 or 4 different teams that have played against him this year. He won't wow you with his bat, but trying to get him out is dang near impossible.
Coming from the Parkston Mudcats, Jeff Harris is.
And Richard Sternberg takes ball 1, low and outside.
Kind of crazy. You see most towns, they get 2 teams. Both teams make it. And then you have Parkston that has 2 teams, and neither team made it.
Yep. And, I won't say it's the talent that Parkston doesn't have or has, but that Sunshine League is a tough league to get out of.
Yes.
And, I mean, your top 4 teams are heavy favorites every year to either compete for the championship or win the championship with Alec and Winter. You're always going to be up there. So, I mean, you play them twice a year. Oh, we got an error on the play there. Now we'll have runners moving around. Harris gets stopped at third as Todd Strand slides into third himself. He's safe also.
Oh, he was so excited. He was just telling Harris to hold up at third, and as he made his move over, just completely slips on the ground. I
think Todd Strand needs to have some cleats on.
And Harris is over there laughing a little bit. I think he's making fun of him.
It's not the first time that a Platte Killer Tomato has done that where they've slipped on third. I remember Michael Beitenboss actually doing that a couple years back when he got picked up by Mount Vernon. He actually made SportsCenter not top 10 plays of the week. He completely wiped out going home and still made it home, but he made the SportsCenter not top 10 plays.
So reset here now with 2 outs. And after the error that looked like it was going to end the inning from Gow just getting to Winandy at second. Runners on third and second. And stepping up, Beitenboss.
Got a 1-1 count now as he takes outside.
The pitcher could help out his own cause here. A base hit knocks in at least 1, potentially 2, depending on where it's placed in the diamond. The 1-1, and this one low, 2-1 the count. And again for Tyson Gow, looking down the barrel of a gun, trying to get out of this inning without giving up any damage. We did just see the Killer Tomatoes put a guy on third, and Gow was able to get out of it. The 2-1, this one. Oh,
gets by
through. Smith's glove. Here comes Harris. And Sternberg is going to be held up at third, so the base hit will score 1, and the Platte Killer Tomatoes make it 2-1. It is called an official hit up here in the broadcast booth, so Beitenboss, the pitcher, helps out his own cause with his RBI single, taking the lead for the Platte Killer Tomatoes.
Great heads-up base running by Jeff Harris there to score, bringing up number 1, Seth Muth, the left fielder. You got to think they're going to put Boot in motion here, maybe take that run out.
What did you think about holding up Sternberg? Do you think they should have let him go?
That's tough. I don't know, because it kind of it was at him, and then all of a sudden it went past him. So you don't want to make that third out at home on something like that. So it's kind of a 50-50 for me.
Well, nonetheless, now runners at the corners with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. As another pickoff attempt over there at first. They have basically been unconvincing from Tyson Gow. I mean, he has thrown a couple over there with some velocity, but otherwise it has been just kind of more backyard football. His pickoff attempts to first. The 1-0. And this one is going to be sent out to center field.
A little dribbler that...
And Zenz, that diving
nice
catch.
Play by Jared Zenz to stop the bleeding for the Tomatoes. Nice play by Jared Zenz to stop that one. After 6 complete, the Killer Tomatoes put up 1 run, leading 2-1 over the Alexandria Angels and leaving 2 men stranded. That was a heck of a catch.
Seemed like the smallest town in South Dakota, so how could it have everything you need when you may find yourself in the middle of nowhere? But at Canova Service Center, whatever you may need in the middle of nowhere, that's where they are. Fencing, lumberyard, hardware, oil changes, tire sales, and repair. Rental equipment, feed bunks, cattle shelters, convenience store, and more. So no, you're not in the middle of nowhere. It's the Canova Service Center.
We're your local one-stop shop. This is Angela, owner and operator of Amcoda Farm and Home Center. From the DIYers, fixer-uppers, to contractors, we have what you need to get the job done. Building supplies, Valspar paint, and tools, Crystal X tubs, fencing supplies, and bog boots for your farm needs. We know how busy life can get. We offer delivery to make your life easier. Amcoda Farm and Home Center on Dakota Avenue in Wessington Springs. Big city value.
If you love being outside, solving problems, and working with your hands, apply now at James Valley Landscape Solutions. James Valley offers on-the-job training in all aspects of the green industry, with modern equipment and technology and competitive pay. Benefits include overtime pay, healthcare, dental, vision, and more. Apply now at jamesvalleylandscape.com or in person at 600 West Spruce in Mitchell.
Mount Vernon Farmers Elevate. Back here to Cadwell Park. As it's 2-1, the Platte Killer Tomatoes score here in the bottom of the 6th inning to take the lead. And now the Alexandria Angels, after being eliminated in the first round of the state tournament last year, looking to avoid a second round exit this year. They knew they would have a tough game against the Platte Killer Tomatoes. Tyler, you said the first 1-3 wins this game. Platte only needs one more. We've seen offense from Alexandria, but they need to score some runs now.
Yes, their defense has been keeping them in the game with that amazing catch by Jared Zenz in the last inning to hold Platte to only one run in that inning. Yeah, they need to find something on the offense here, and hopefully it comes in the bat of Michael Schottmer here to start the top of the 7th. We got Schottmer, Pierce Smith, Peyton Smith to bat as Michael Beitenboss throws one in the dirt for ball 1.
By the way, taking a look at the bullpens as well. Neither team. Nope, we do have, it looks like somebody warming up there for the Alexandria Angels as the 1-0 is laced out into center field. And Harris gets underneath of it for out number 1. Beitenboss, the way he's been throwing, you're just going to keep letting him go. Throwing now 85 pitches here in the ball game.
And, you know, we were talking about, like, pickup players and stuff, and not very, very rarely do you see 2 pickup players starting in one game. Platte's got that tonight with Muth in left field and Harris in center field. But Harris is probably one of the better defensive center fielders in the Sunshine League from what I've seen. And a pretty consistent bat when it comes to putting the ball in play, as he's done it twice tonight. Looks like we got Riley McSherry warming up in the bullpen for the Angels.
We'll see if he enters in.
McSherry's good for about 160 pitches in a game. Seems like every time he pitches against Platte, it's about 150 to 170.
And now the 2-0 into Smith, and this one's low at the knees. Pierce Smith now looking at a 3-0 count. Again, Beitenboss up to 87 pitches here in the ball game today.
You just kind of wonder how long they're going to keep Beitenboss in the game. Granted, you got the lead, but you don't want this.
You don't want it
to escalate too fast. You want to kind of stop the bleeding beforehand. We got Strand's kind of looking out there wondering what's going to happen here.
You like the quick out that we just saw, but then answering back with
a 4 straight walk here.
And all of a sudden you're starting to question everything. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Sports Center, the best flatbread pizza in the area with top-notch burgers. And don't worry, they have the best salads too, open every day. The Sports Center is the place to be. Proud sponsor of the Larchwood Diamonds. Great customer service and just a great sponsorship from them. I know they're out there watching over in Larchwood, and they're going to keep on watching. They like the way their Diamonds are playing baseball so far.
Now we got Peyton Smith, the manager of the Angels, up to bat. Takes outside for ball 1.
Again, fans, come up tomorrow at 5:30 right here on Live Ticket TV. The Gang take on White Lake. And then following that game in the doubleheader for your Tuesday evening, Del Rapids PBR takes on the Millbank Fire Chiefs.
Called strike 1 to Smith by Biting Boss. Evens count to 1-1.
Then on Wednesday, Mount Vernon takes on Winter Cologne in another battle of Sunshine League teams. And then Wednesday evening, Four Corners takes on the Garrettson Blue Jays. There's some great representation. There's a couple of these districts, if you will, are already out.
You know, I can't help but look around and see a bunch of, outside Sunshine League teams keeping an eye on this game because obviously they played against both these teams. Kind of want to see one of them succeed, which we got a 2-2 count now on Smith. See if Michael Biting Boss can kind of get out of this mini jam, you'd say it was.
Yep. Not in a bad spot right now, but it could get a whole lot worse. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This one
Fouled
fell off.
Straight back to the net. Keeping that ball girl busy. She looked like she was about falling asleep. hasn't been a foul ball back there for a while. She's throwing it up.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out.
Got Peyton Smith batting. See what Biting Boss can do here on a 2-2 count. Ground ball up the middle. Easy. Double play by Richard Sternberg himself.
Biting Boss gets quickly out of the inning. Oh. Check out the instant replay here by Sternberg. Just got to step on second for out number 1. The throw over to first in time.
Great scoop by Townsend, too.
And that will end the top of the 7th. The Platte Killer Tomatoes lead it 2-1 as we head to the 7th inning stretch. We're back in just a moment on Live Ticket TV. Is a proud supporter of the Mount Vernon Mustangs at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator has been servicing the Mount Vernon area for over 75 years. See them for your agronomy and feed needs no matter the farming season. They will take care of all your grain handling needs as well. Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator would like to wish the Mustangs and all the teams best of luck at the state tournament.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Each family's needs are different and special. Will Funeral Chapel will listen with sensitivity, answer all questions, and respect your choices. The Will Funeral Chapel staff can assist you in planning and coordinating all the details. They will explain all the different options to make you feel at ease and most comfortable with all the decisions. Find out more by visiting their website at willfuneralchapel.com. Their sincerest hope is that you and your family will be comforted by their efforts.
Are you in?
Sheldon Gant is up to bat here as the Platte Killer Tomatoes will have their 1-2-3 in the lineup up. And Gant, who's 2 for 2, make it 3 for 3 as it's going to get by Zenz out in center field. It's 1, it's 2 for Sheldon Gant, and the leadoff batter is aboard, batting 1,000 on the evening. Sheldon Gant has certainly got it done for the Platte Killer Tomatoes.
Now up to bat, number 50, first baseman Mason Townsend. Townsend 0 for 2, I believe, on the day, but he's got to be due for a hit here.
I believe he's actually 0 for 3.
Or is he 0 for 3?
He's 0 for 3 here in the ball game.
Yep, he is 0 for 3.
Again, he's only had one other game that he had an 0 for, and that was against Alexandria back on July 28th. Otherwise, he has gotten at least some sort of base knock in every game.
And you know what? I'm not going to say anything, but that is the game that they won. against Alec. I'm not going to put any pressure on him, but he's due for a hit now against Alec. I will say that.
By the way, there was a quick appeal, over to first to make sure that Gant actually did touch first as he rounded it to second. And
Townsend will take strike one on the outside corner, giving an 0-1 count. Gant kind of getting off first. Little low, ball 1-1 count now to Townsend. Like we said, Townsend batting over 500 this year, 571 coming into the game, 0 for 3 today. But all could change with one swing of the bat here for Townsend. Last at bat, he drove one to about the scoreboard over in right field, but caught by the right fielder, which I believe ended up getting a run in.
Nope, Townsend still has yet to get an RBI here.
No, but I'm saying he
moved the runner. Yes,
he moved that runner to third, and then that runner, I believe, scored on that next at bat. Not an RBI, not a sacrifice, but you know what?
Does the job.
Moving the runners around is all you got to do in these games. We got a 2-2 count now to Townsend. You got to think these pitchers are showing a little bit of fatigue.
As Gal with that is up to 100 pitches here now in the ball game. Again, we did at one point see someone warming up in the bullpen for the Angels.
Yep, that was Riley McSherry.
Thank you.
Ooh, big hack there by Townsend. Swing and a miss for strikeout. Out number 1 and strikeout number 6 for Gal. Now we got the wily veteran Hayden Kuiper coming up to bat for the Tomatoes.
So for Townsend, a tough night in the office, 0 for 4. We do now see Kuiper up, who is also 0 for 2. Does have a walk here in the ball game. And again, the leadoff batter, a double for Gant. And now this one, great play by Jordan Gow to see it just keep on backpedaling.
Good read on that one by Gow. I thought right away, that was going to be a little blooper. I really did.
Well, I think for a lot of guys, that would be in for a base hit.
He was playing deep enough at short that he didn't really have to make a big step back. Now we got the right fielder, number 11, Grant Doom, coming up to bat with a meeting on the mound here just to kind of see what they want to do. They're going to put Doom on first.
Yeah, they're going to intentionally walk.
So they're going to intentionally walk Doom to bring up Hunter Hewitt.
What's with the decision here to bring up Hunter Hewitt like this? The force at second?
I'm thinking just the force at any base now, because now you got a force at third, force at second, force at first. And, I mean, Hewitt is 0 for 3 on the day.
With 2 strikeouts.
So I guess it's, prove yourself, prove you can hit it.
He would love to do that now with runners on first and second, and puts this one out into center field. No, it's going to be Cole Wanandi who catches up to it just beyond second base for out number 3. Well, they said prove it. Hewitt unfortunately comes up on the wrong side of the coin.
Great play there by Wanandi with 7 complete. The Platte Killer Tomatoes 2, Alexandria Angels 1. We will go to a quick commercial break.
High-quality lumber for your next project? Looking for top-notch agronomy services to keep your crops thriving? Need a reliable source of propane and fuel for your home or business? Look no further than Tabor Lumber Co-op. Whether you're a seasoned contractor or a DIY enthusiast, Tabor Lumber Co-op has everything you need to get the job done right. And with their competitive prices and top-notch customer service, you'll be glad you chose Tabor Lumber Co-op for all your lumber, propane, and agronomy services.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future.
Agronomy Plus.
It's the top of the 8th inning here on Live Ticket TV. It's brought to you by Wanandi Insurance. They're your locally owned and independent insurance agency where safeguarding your future is their priority. Contact Cole or Jen today at Wanandi Insurance. Also a proud supporter of the Alexandria Angels at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Well, we move to the top of the 8th, and speaking of Cole, needs to get his team going. And the Angels just need to get going. Only 2 hits here in the ball game. A little bit of offense. They can't get any less than what they're behind right now, 2-1. All they need is just to run the tide, 2 to take the lead. We do see Biting Boss still out there to pitch. And it looked like he was getting tired, but then all of a sudden his defense come up with a big double play to end the 7th inning, or I should say the top of the 7th inning there.
Yeah, Richard Sternberg came up big for him in the top of the 7th there to get that double play. We kind of thought he was in a little bit of a pickle there, but Sternberg came through in the clutch for him. Let's see how much longer he can go. Foul back out of play. That's going to reach the parking lot.
Jacob Giles up the bat. We'll also see Reed Smith and Jared Zenz.
So we got the 8-9 top for the Angels in the top of the 8th. Zen's a little behind that one, fouls it down the left field line.
Almost takes out a cone over there in the parking lot.
Well, it shouldn't have been there. We got a 1-2 count now to Giles. Let's see if Biting Boss can finish the deal, or we got a foul ball to Reed Smith.
By the way, Giles is 0 for 2 here in the ball game.
I will say, even though there's been 2 errors by both teams, it's been a pretty clean game. I mean, a lot of action, but not a lot of bad pitches. Ooh.
And the errors, if you will, haven't really resulted in offense. I mean, it's just been a simple error that the pitchers have been able to get themselves out of that jam.
Kind of get out of the jam then. We had that one by Gao was the last one we had. Moved runners to second and third, but nothing really came about that.
The 2-2, Kuiper throws to first, and they say Townsend's foot came off the bag.
Yep, might have pulled him a little high there, pulled him off the base.
Let's take a look here on the instant replay. They do call it a hit up here. So the 3rd hit of the ball game. Oh, yeah.
Yep, his foot did come off the base. Good call there by Sleepy on the bases there.
It looked like, I thought he might have gotten his foot back down in time, but they call it a hit, so the leadoff batter is aboard.
Not very often that you call a ump sleepy. And then they get him on the pickoff. A good move there by Biting Boss. Catches Giles leaning and sleeping, as I was just talking about the ump being called sleepy.
Here's the instant replay again. Biting Boss, the quick throw over.
And they did have him, yep. He got him.
And once again for Biting Boss, looks like he gets himself into a little bit of a trouble and responds right back immediately with a quick out there.
Tell you what, composure is a key factor for a pitcher in amateur baseball. Well, on any level. You got to keep your composure, but
he's locked in right now.
He wants this win. This is big for him, especially being the manager of the team too. You know, everybody kind of reflects off of you then. You're the captain, you're the team, you're everything here. He's showing a lot of grit and grind on the mound tonight. And as is Tyson Gao. I mean, Tyson's pitching a heck of a game too.
Yeah, you go out there as a pitcher and say, hey, I've given you 7 innings so far, only 2 earned runs. You'd say, I'd take that. You take that in the MLB.
You would take that any day.
Yes.
It's just you're not putting up the offense that you could to get you into the game or keep you in the game.
Smith, by the way, the batter right now, he's 0 for 2, the 1-2 count. And this one called strike number 3.
Strike 3 for Smith.
The 8th strikeout of the ball game for Biting Boss, and now there is quickly 2 away again after.
Let's look at that on the replay.
Leadoff batter gets aboard.
Oh, yeah. Tom Glavin would love that, painting the corner like that.
So now Jared Zenz back up to bat, and for the Alexandria Angels, the way they have played in this game, this will be your last time through if you're the Angels. Unless they find some offense.
And the way this game has been going, I would not be surprised if I don't see the 5-hitter bat one more time. You know, it's just been that efficient of a pitching game for both teams. Biting Boss really proven that, you know, I can be the ace of the team too.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. The 1-1 and just outside, 2-1.
Yep. Just a little outside there for Biting Boss. Hewitt calming the crowd down. Maybe the dugout, I don't know.
Dugouts don't get maybe as chippy at this amateur level. And now the 2-1, it's out into center field for a base hit. So now 2 base hits for the Alexandria Angels here in this 8th inning.
Zenz with his first hit of the game, putting a runner on first, now bringing up Cole Winandy. Winandy had the pretty good play at second base the last half inning to end any rally that Platte had.
Winandy is 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts for him in the ball game. Forget about it now. It all matters in this moment. But first, they're going to try over to first to see if Zenz is sleeping.
We'll see what happens here with Zenz with Winandy. He's a pretty dangerous hitter in this lineup.
This is a big moment for him, and this one's swing and a miss as he wanted that one out of the park.
That was a big league hack there. And I've watched Cole bat enough that, you know, any moment now, that ball could go over the 374 mark and make this game complete turnaround for the Angels.
Yep, all it takes is just 1 pitch, if you will. Couple throw-overs to first to keep Zenz honest. The 0-1, there's swing and a miss.
Fouled off, hit off the catcher, maybe off the umpire. Looked like it might have hit off of the umpire.
Thank you, Tyler.
Taking a little bit of time there now. Boot kind of walking around the mound just to give him a little bit of time to recoup. Like I always say, don't rub it, though. Never want to rub it. We got a 0-2 count now to Winandy. Here comes the payoff pitch. Maybe just a little outside.
And again, the dugout, the fans that line the dugout as well. There's plenty of Platte fans over there with a few buckets out.
Never realized that there were 60 umpires on a field at one time, but apparently there are.
1-2. This one well outside. Now a steal over to second. This one a very high throw. What a great snap and catch.
Good catch there by Hayden Kuiper to keep. Who is that at? Is that Reed Smith or Peyton at second?
Zenz is at second.
Oh, that's Zenz. Okay, yep, sorry. Good jump there by Kuiper to keep Zenz at second. Obviously, that runner doesn't mean anything right now, but in the same sense, you don't want him to get to third.
And now the 2-2. This one comes off the edge of the bat, picked up by Kuiper. Throw to first.
Good
in time.
Play to stop the rally for the Tomatoes.
So Alexandria able to get Zenz to second, but Cole Winandy 0 for 4 in the ball game. And we head to the bottom of the 8th where it's insurance time for the Platte Killer Tomatoes, leading it 2-1. We're back in just a moment on Live Ticket TV.
Rock Creek and Howard and Valley Station in Armour are your 100% locally owned team of agronomy experts. We offer Agronomy 365, which provides info in real time to make decisions that result in better, more profitable farming. We know you and your operation with service beyond compare. Get a jump on spring planning with Agronomy Plus in Mitchell, Rock Creek and Howard, and Valley Station in Armour. We are Ag Done Right, the American way.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
C&B is proud to support our local farmers. Rooted in agriculture, we are committed to our customers. You can shop local with C&B, your John Deere dealer, providing you with new and used equipment, parts on hand, and service all year round. Our entire inventory is available to you online at DeereEquipment.com. C&B, proud to be your local John Deere dealer.
Live ticket team. It's the bottom of the 8th inning. The Platte Killer Tomatoes lead it over the Alexandria Angels as this bottom of the 8th is brought to you by Great Plains Health. The mission is to improve the wellness of the people by providing quality health care, public health services, and support in partnership with the tribal nations of the Great Plains area. Bottom of the 8th is also brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance. For more than 65 years, they have been ensuring a brighter tomorrow by investing in the rural communities while protecting what matters most to you.
We got Jeff Harris batting. He's got down 1-2 now on a called 2-second strike.
Are you surprised that they don't bring somebody out in relief for Gal? Maybe just put this together by a bullpen when right now you're facing no more games if you're Alexandria.
At this point, I kind of see them just seeing what happens here. Maybe if Harris gets on, you bring in McSherry, let him finish out the game. If you can get the outs, like I said, you ride the hot hand here. Might have been outside there. Not getting that call. Harris, 2-2 count now. But, yeah, like I said, you kind of ride that hot hand. Tyson's been pitching a really good game.
Now over to first. Gal covers and gets out number 1.
Yep, Tyson fielding his position there. Making it a little closer play than what it should have been.
That's what I was going to just say. It was a little bit closer than maybe you want, but you get the out nonetheless. Again, fans, don't forget, coming up tomorrow, 5:30, Canova takes on White Lake. And then game number 2 of the coverage right here on Live Ticket TV, Del Rapids PBR versus Millbank. Getting set for 7:30. Certainly going to happen probably closer to 8:30.
And again, winner of this game will take on the Humboldt-Hartford Wood Ducks, who in a big win today over the Elk Point Colt 45s. We got a 1-1 count now to Richard Sternberg, the shortstop.
Now 3 teams have punched their ticket into the quarterfinals: Larchwood, Dimmick Emery, and the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks.
Tell you what Richard hasn't been doing in the plate, he's been making up for definitely on the defensive side. Couple good plays at short, and then that one double play he turned by himself. And as I say that, line drive right back up the middle. I guess that's a way to prove me wrong.
It's his first base hit of the ball game. It's now the 8th hit of the game for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. Only 2 runs they have scored. But again, puts a runner aboard here in the bottom of the 8th. As now stepping up will be Bitin' Boss.
Bitin' Boss has 1 hit on the day. Or 2 hits on the day. Bitin' Boss 2 for 3. Fouls 1 off to the right side over the concession stand or over the stands.
And an RBI for Bitin' Boss as well. His RBI coming back there in the bottom of the 6th inning. If you will, it is the winning run that he knocked in. The 0-1. Kicks and fires, and this one swing and a miss as Bitin' Boss went chasing after 1.
Bitin' Boss is kind of one of them sneaky players. He's there, he's consistent. And he is one of the only players on the Platte Killer Tomatoes team that has made it onto SportsCenter. He is the only one. He is the only one.
But not in a good way, right?
Well, it depends on how you look at it. I mean, fame is fame.
That's true. The 0-2.
He puts the ball in play, little grounder to Jordan Gow. Turn to second, gets 1, does not turn 2 with boot running down to first base, hustling it out.
Great job by Platte Killer Tomatoes and all their batters hustling it out.
Yep.
Alexandria has not been able to turn a double play yet in this ball game because of the hustle effort from the Platte Killer Tomatoes just not allowing it to happen.
And now we have one of the 2 pickup players for the Tomatoes that are starting, Seth Muth, the left fielder, coming up to bat. Muth is, I believe, 0 for 3 on the day. Might be, oh no, he's 0 for 2. He had a sacrifice bunt. I remember that now. We got an 0-1 count now to Muth with Biting Boss on first base and 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th.
This is for the Platte Killer Tomatoes to try to add another run at least, if they could.
High for ball 1 to Muth.
He would love one more run. Make you feel a whole lot more comfortable in this game. Including Tyson Gow, Jordan Gow, and Schottmer will all be up in the top of the 9th for the Angels.
That's a dangerous part of that lineup, too.
Very dangerous.
Any one of them guys can hit for power, hit for average.
And for Tyson Gow, it'll be his chance to get it going offensively after his great pitching performance tonight.
Would you say a redemption at bat?
Yep.
I mean, he's got to kind of redeem himself and kind of pick up what he's been missing on the mound.
Gow, 7 2/3, has given up 8 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned, walked 3, and struck out 6, 119 pitches for him in the ball game. To Muth, the 3-1, and this one's low, but runners on first and second.
And now brings up the dangerous leadoff hitter, Sheldon Gant.
And Gant, you just called him dangerous. I would call him perfect. He's 3 of 3 so far in the ball game.
And a walk. So his on-base percentage is still 1,002.
And he has not gotten an RBI. He has not gotten a run, but he has done enough for his team.
Yep, you just got to do your part. Granted, he did have one little mess up on third base, but we're all due for one. Nobody's perfect. But he takes strike 1 looking. We'll see if Gant can put the ball in play and score one more run for Biting Boss, so he's got a little more insurance run. Outside ball 1. Again, for either one of these teams, can't hang their heads. This has been a great battle by both teams.
The 1-1 sets his Gow, and this one high. Now they're going to throw over to first. What a great play there.
Muth got off quite a ways
He did. He did. He had a very, very big lead off, and he got back in just in time.
Great throw down there by Schottmer to Smith to try and keep him honest. We got a 2-1 count here now to Gant. Called strike 2 to Gant. Looks like we'll have got a little warm up over here just on the sideline. Got Dawson Hoffman and Grant Doom warming up.
Yep. Not in the bullpen, just warming up.
You almost can you see it being a replay of Doom and McSherry maybe pitching? Maybe bringing Doom in the 9th just to pitch him?
We'll have to see, but we'll go to now the 7th strikeout for Tyson Gow to end the inning.
Yeah, that was a strikeout too on the replay. It was right there. Gant knew it too. I think we maybe jinxed him on that, but you know what? Good pitch there by Gow.
And that will end the 8th inning. 2-1, the Alexandria Angels down to their last 3 outs. Coming up here in the top of the 9th. That's on the way next on Live Ticket TV. Continues to grow and bring you more sports coverage than ever before. And now, Live Ticket TV is happy to announce their partnership into college athletics with Dakota Wesleyan University. That's right, Tiger Nation. Live Ticket TV and DWU have teamed up to bring you coverage of all home sporting activities for the Tigers. If you'd like to advertise during these sporting events, give Live Ticket TV a call. Dakota Wesleyan University Sports, now on Live Ticket TV.
B&S Services LLC is your locally owned repair service center. We specialize in full-service automotive, semi-trailer, and small engine repair, along with tire services. Repair services range from a simple oil change to sharpening mower blades to a more complicated electrical diagnosis. Located at 38058 South Coda Highway 34. Look for us on the hill heading west out of town. Phone Cody Barber 605-350-4293 and Arian Schooler 605-770-9398. B&S Services LLC is a proud sponsor of Wessington Springs Spartans Athletic.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
You are at Doomsday is approaching for the Alexandria Angels, and Doom is his name. He steps onto the mound for the Platte Killer Tomatoes here in the top of the ninth to try to finish it off for Platte to beat Alexandria in the second round of the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Tyler, what should we expect from Grant Doom, who steps on the mound? It's a straight change. As Biting Boss will go out into right field, Doom comes in to pitch.
Great control by Doom. Amazing speed. I will say he's probably one of the faster guys I've seen pitch this year. He's going to work around the strike zone a lot. He's got a pretty good curveball. Doesn't use it a lot, but when he does, it really throws the batters off.
So it'll be Tyson Gow, Jordan Gow, and Michael Schapmer to all be up here in this ninth inning at least to try to keep the ball game alive for the Alexandria Angels in the top of the ninth. 2-0 quickly as the count. Gow swings and misses at this one.
Yeah, Doom needs to basically pitch how Biting Boss pitch. You gotta get ahead early and put the pressure on the batters. As Gow fouls one off to the right side, even in the count up to 2-2.
By the way, for Biting Boss, he'll be done the game. 8 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run. It wasn't earned. Walked 2 and struck out 8 through 114 pitches in the game. A 2-2 smacked out to left center. It's deep. It's going to be over the head of Harris, and it's going to be a triple for the Alexandria Angels, and Tyson Gow, the man pitching on the mound for the Angels, all of a sudden has his team with a lot of life here in the top of the ninth.
Great hit by Gow. Good read by Harris, just couldn't get to it. Leadoff triple for Gow. Brings up big brother Jordan Gow, the shortstop. You got to think the infield's going to play in on the corners just to try and preserve that run.
So a big moment now here for Jordan Gow as he is 0 for 3 in the ball game. A runner on third. We have seen this several times for the Angels here in the ball game of getting a runner to third, but have not been able to score it.
Can they capitalize now in the top of the ninth?
And again, the new pitcher, Doom, out there. He can still get himself out of trouble, but needs some big outs.
We get strike one called now on Gow.
And Doom wants to probably do it more than anything with some strikeouts. That'd be his best friend at the moment. A big 0-2 count.
Getting up fast on Gow. That's what Doom needed.
As Jordan Gow is going to take a moment to collect himself and now dig back into the batter's box with an 0-2 count, nobody out, runner on third base. The 0-2, this one hit hard over to third. They look, now throw to first. It's low to home. They go. The pitch or throw is wild to home and scores.
But they got the out.
Tyson Gow safe at home, and we are tied between the Alexandria Angels and the Platte Killer Tomatoes.
So we got one out now, tie game 2-2, and bringing up Cole and Andy Or no, I'm sorry there. That's Michael Schottmer.
So now for the Alexandria Angels. Again, Jordan Gow out at first, but the RBI ground ball ties up the ball game at 2-2 apiece here in the ninth inning. And now the Platte Killer Tomatoes will need some offense in the bottom of the ninth to get a walk-off.
Doom gets a sign and fires the first pitch. Foul back. Out of play for strike number one. Schottmer 1 for 3 on the day, or on the night. Doom looking to make that 1 for 4. Called strike 2. Schottmer kind of in disagreement with that, but never argue with an umpire because it's just going to get worse.
And this one is out into left field. It's not going to be deep enough.
Right to Seth Muth for the second out.
So Doom comes on in relief, gives up a leadoff triple, and eventually a ground ball by Jordan Gow scores his younger brother Tyson. We'll see what also the Angels will do, as there is somebody warming up here in the bullpen at the moment.
I believe it's Carter Summers.
This pitch is high. Would you replace Tyson Gow?
Like I said that last inning, you let him go that first at bat, see what happens. If he lets somebody get on, then you bring someone in. If he gets that first out, I say you just ride him.
The 1-0, this one well outside, nobody aboard. Ball girl will chase after it.
You can really see Grant not holding anything back. He's firing in all cylinders on the mound there.
2-0. Sets and fires in this one. In for a called strike, 2-1. And now you're going to rely a little bit more on Doom as well. Again, he already pitched in the first game of this state tournament, so might not be able to go a long time if they have to. Knocked down by Sternberg. Throw over is not going to be in time.
Good play by Sternberg to stay with it, but just not in time to get Smith at first.
Check out the instant replay. They haven't officially called it, whether it's going to be a hit or an error here. They call it a hit. Okay.
Hit for Pierce Smith. Now we got manager Peyton Smith up to bat for the Alexandria Angels. 2 down. Tie game 2-2.
And Peyton Smith, he's 0 for 2 in the ball game, but
low ball 1.
Angels aren't done here yet. Another run, then all of a sudden it would be the reverse, and Platte Killer Tomatoes will be trying to keep their season alive going into the bottom of the ninth inning. The 1-0. As Doom collects, kicks and fires in this one, called strike. Well, again, a big inning coming up for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. The 1-1. This one high. 2-1 the count. Getting runner on first is Pierce Smith for the Alexandria Angels.
And right now that runner doesn't mean anything because he's not in scoring position. Still got to just focus on the batter here if you're Doom.
The 2-1, and this one is outside.
Low and outside for ball 3.
Doom can't believe it. He's going to reset himself on the mound. As Peyton Smith steps out, the first baseman digs back in. 3-1 with 2 outs. Top of the ninth, we're tied at 2 apiece, and this one is ball 4.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Now you bring Giles up. Giles hasn't been the most effective hitter tonight. He's 1 for 3, but now you got to force at any base, and we'll see what happens here. Hewitt trying to calm down Doom a little bit.
We saw this last night. Dimmick Emery was able to rally in the bottom of the 9th inning. Even with 2 outs, they were able to get that rally going. And for Alexandria, certainly can keep this inning alive and get another one or maybe even a couple more.
We'll see who has the more composure here in the top half of the 9th. Doom starts off getting on top with called strike 1.
As you mentioned, Giles is 1 of 3 here in the ball game. Reed Smith, if we get to him, is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts.
The 0-1 pitch.
And this
called
one,
strike 2.
Quickly 2 strikes for Doom, who's up in the count against Giles. We'll see if he tries to fire in strike number 3 and in the inning.
Gets set, fires in the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We will go to the bottom of the 9th, tied up 2-2. So far, so good on a good game here. We've had 2 good games tonight, actually. I mean, that first game was good. This one's living up to all the expectations we thought it was.
And now Platte can walk it off as we move to the bottom of the 9th, tied at 2 apiece. We're back with the bottom of the 9th in just a moment on Live Ticket TV.
Dynamite contractor. Your younger brother Gary is a slightly less dynamite contractor, but together you make Mom proud. Look at you two, and look at your crew. Brenda the calculator Cutler, Bill the drill Robinson, and then there's the new guy. New guy struggles with stairs, and that'll cost you. Lucky for you, you have IMT Business Insurance. Learn more at imtins.com. Be worry-free with IMT.
Advanced Sunflower is your locally owned and operated sunflower processing company that buys all types of sunflowers for the edible and bird food industries. They market sunflowers domestically and internationally, so they have a wide range of options to get you the best price for your sunflowers. Most advanced sunflower contracts have an Act of God clause, so you don't have to worry if Mother Nature takes a toll on your crop. Give Jared or Danny a call to get you the most profit out of your sunflowers.
A credit card that fits your lifestyle and saves you money. Why would you settle for anything less? A Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Visa will earn travel rewards, 1% cash back, and 9.90% annual percentage rate, the right rate. And all the right features puts you right where you want to be. Stop by any convenient branch location or check us out online at DakotaLandFCU.com. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Out here, you learn that.
It's the bottom of the 9th as Mason Townsend will lead things off. Hayden Kuiper and Grant Doom will all be up for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. And McSherry.
Yep. Riley McSherry will be coming in to pitch for the Angels to close this game out and send it into extra innings.
We have not seen extra innings yet here at the State Amateur Tournament. We talked about it earlier. You also said at one point, Tyler, going back to our pregame show, the first 1 to 3 wins. And right now, we could see exactly that. Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 run will do it for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. Townsend is, we've been talking about, due for a hit. He is 0 for 4 in the ball game.
What a way to end the game here if Townsend can do a walk-off.
And this one low. McSherry throwing that with a lot of pace.
McSherry's got some pop behind his pitches. Not a very big guy in stature, but he's got a lot of pop behind him.
1-1 the count. Townsend ready to swing away, and he'll do so and miss.
That was a big league hack for Townsend. Got a 1-2 count now on Townsend.
McSherry, by the way, is also working quickly. He's
already on the mound. He's ready to go.
Waiting for Townsend. The 1-2. Kicks and fires this one. Check swing. Didn't go.
Inside and high. Did he go? No, he did not. So we got a 1-2 count, or 2-2 count, to Townsend. Like you said, McSherry working really quick on the mound there.
The 2-2. This one outside, and our count is full. Nice job by Townsend being patient, not trying to chase one out of the zone.
Heck of a leadoff here for Townsend. You know, I feel like I've seen this before with the Tomatoes. They're really resilient when it comes down to close games in the bottom of the ninth, late in the games.
Townsend hits it over to Gal. Gal throws over to first. It takes one hop in there, but completed on the 6-3 putout for out number 1. Now Hayden Kuiper will step up to bat. Kuiper is 0 for 3 with a walk to his name here in the ball game. So by the way, Townsend has yet to get a base. 0 for 5 tonight for the Platte Killer Tomatoes.
Now we got Kuiper up. See if he can put someone on at least to give it a little pressure. First pitch swinging to Gow. Gow kind of bobbles it. Throw to first. Gets him on the scoop. So we're down to one last out here for the Tomatoes. Bringing up the pitcher now, number 11, Grant Doom. Let's see if Doom can help himself here.
As it looks like we might just have some extra innings in store for us. Why not in a great game like this?
Now, wouldn't this be the time, though, to see a walk-off for the pitcher, to walk it off himself?
After he gave up that run in the top of the ninth, Doom has a chance to respond back for the Killer Tomatoes. First pitch is up, 1-0 the count. Doom is also 0 for 3 in the ball game. He was walked. The 1-0. Kicks and fires, and this one went around. 1-1.
That was kind of a undecisive swing for Doom. And by the time he went around, it was too late. So it's 1-1 now to Doom.
The 1-1. This one, big swing and a miss. It looked like he had the pace on that one, but just missed making contact.
Yeah, McSherry really getting quick on the mound there. He's already ready, and Doom's not even close to being in the batter's box. The 1-2 pitch from McSherry. Little outside, ball 2. 2-2.
I think McSherry thought that might be out number 3. He would be going to extra baseball. But we'll get deuces wild here in the bottom of the ninth. Nobody aboard for Doom. The 2-2 pitch. Fires it in. Check swing. They say yes, he went. And that's strikeout number 3, extra baseball here at Cantwell Park as we are tied between Alexandria and Platte as we head to the 10th inning. We're in store for a great extra baseball, free baseball as they say. That comes up here in just a moment on Live Ticket TV.
Keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Burke Livestock Auction is a family-owned livestock marketing center in Burke, South Dakota. We are located in south central part of the state. Cattle sales are held weekly on Saturdays with approximately 65,000 of south central South Dakota and north central Nebraska's finest feeder and breeding cattle marketed annually. Mark your calendar for our September 21st fall calf and yearling sale. Sale starts at 9:30 with lunch to start at 11. Burke Livestock is a proud supporter of state amateur baseball.
When it comes to sports bars, the Sports Center in Larchwood, Iowa has put themselves above the rest. They open bright and early, 7 a.m. on weekdays and 10 a.m. on weekends, so you can start your day off right with them. And speaking of starting your day off right, they have daily food specials that will have your taste buds jumping for joy. The best flatbread pizza in the area, top-notch burgers, and don't worry, they have the best salads as well. The Sports Center in Larchwood. If you haven't tried it yet, put it down as your next destination. It's free baseball here at Cadwell Park as the Alexandria Angels and the Platte Killer Tomatoes are tied at 2 apiece as we head to the 10th inning. Tyler, what's going to break this tie?
You know, it's going to be one mistake, I think, that's going to break it. It's going to be an error throw. It's going to be a miscommunication. Something's going to go wrong here. I mean, we've had a clean game, but I have a feeling that it's going to be a vital mistake that's going to ruin this, or that's going to break this game open for either team, whether it's Alec or whether it's Platte. I just have that feeling.
This is the same man that said the first one of 3 wins, and right now, Tyler is spot on in that prediction. The question is now who's going to hit
who's
that
going to be
mark?
that third? Who's going to get that third run first?
That is true, yep.
They did.
It's like the soccer shootout, if you will. You get the first try at it. And you set the tempo. All right, what do you think about this, Tyler? MLB new rules. You put a runner automatically on second base. For extra innings.
Yep, so I don't know. I've always said I don't mind it, but oh, no.
An error as his foot was not down. Doom, check out the instant replay. We'll come back to your thought there in just a moment, Tyler, here. As Townsend Glove throws over to first. Oh, that was an out by Doom. He got his foot down first, but the ump does not see it that way, so an error called, and Smith is aboard.
So back to my extra innings. I agree with putting the runner on, but I would put the runner on first, not second.
Okay.
The only reason I say that is you still don't have a runner in scoring position, and you still have the runner out there, but you don't have the runner in scoring position. I think they're going to maybe appeal the play.
Yep, I think they are. What you can do, that can no instant replay down there for them.
They can appeal. If the home plate ump was watching, he can look and see if the foot was down before the runner's foot.
The MLB there just call us up here quick and ask out or safe.
And they did not overturn it. He is safe at first.
So again, fans at home watching saying that should be an out, should be an out. Again, they don't have that technology down there.
If they came up to us in the replay booth, we are not the replay booth.
Yep. They'd have to go to the commission. Which Brock's using his binoculars over there to see right now. Not sure what he's quite looking at. It's getting dark here. Cadwell Park. Actually, it's been dark for a while.
So we got no outs, and we got a runner on first now.
Go back to the top of the lineup as well, as Zenz is now up to bat. Zenz is 1 for 3 in the ball game, including a walk as well. So his 5th plate appearance of the night. Here in the top of the 10th inning, runner aboard, nobody out. This one
inside for a ball.
Friggin' Doom, he pitched against Del Rapids Mudcats, not allowing a run given up in that game. Comes on relief, gives up a run there in the top of the 9th.
He's kind of been their closer all year. Good pickoff move to first. Back just in time.
Tried it a couple times here. No time limit as well. The lights work here at Cadwell Park. We'll go until this one wraps up. So if we go to 25 innings, we'll go to 25 innings. Show and bunt, and now the runner going to take off the second. Good throw over there, but an even better steal by SDABA. It's his 3rd stolen base as we check out the instant replay. Took off right on the motion of Doom. And again, just a great play, but SDABA's speed and then staying on the bag as well. So nobody out now.
And we got a 1-1 count now to Zenz.
Huge moment for the Alexandria A's. They could take their lead back for the first time since the top of the 2nd. Good bunt laid down the third base line. Throw over to first. It brought Townsend off the bag. Or did they call him out at first?
They called him out at first.
Oh.
Let's see what happens here.
There's no instant replay there, so.
Yep, he's out at first.
Okay.
Moving the runner to third, though, with one out.
Can hear everybody back home. Oh, you got to get that instant replay there. I thought Townsend came off the bag.
It looked like he might have came off the bag.
Now, don't get me wrong. For all the fans watching back at home, I'm pretty far away. So.
And I'm never going to argue with the umpire's call.
It does move SDABA in the end, though. He's over to third now.
Yep.
He is making a motion maybe to try to steal home. What a big play that would be. Not saying we wouldn't put it by him.
Or a pass ball is going to score him. Because, like I said, there's a lot of room behind home plate here at Cadwell Park.
Cole Winandy.
And it wouldn't take much for a pass ball for SDABA to get back.
0 for 4 here in the ball game. Cole, one out to deep center with Schooler SDABA. And this one in for a called strike. 0-2 now the count.
And there's the 500 umpires in the stands right now. They all know the call is better than the umpire, even though the umpire's down there. Got an 0-2 count now to Winandy. Grant sets, fires it in, fouled off to the backstop, giving our little ball girl a little action here. Oh!
Speaking of.
Safe behind home plate as the ball girl.
And missed it just out of camera angle there, but took a little slip on the grass.
Must be some dew on the grass out there.
The 0-2. Doom sets, kicks and fires, and this one another strikeout. Cole Winandy.
Big strikeout for Doom.
Winandy goes down on his 4th strikeout of the evening. Just has not been Cole's night tonight.
And as we recall, when Doom came in to pitch last, his first at-bat was against Gow, and Gow got that leadoff double, or triple, wasn't it?
Yep, it was a triple.
It was a triple.
Leadoff triple there in the top of the 9th. Eventually coming around for the game-tying run by his older brother's RBI ground ball.
Doom fires the first one in there, swing and a miss, strike one.
Would you tell SDABA to steal home here? Would you try it? Would you try it?
Steal home, no, but on a pass ball, you got to be moving regardless where that ball is.
SDABA slightly now taking a bigger move over there at third. The 0-1. It's a ground ball over to Sternberg. Throws to first. It's in time. And there is the third out. So for the Alexandria Angels, they're able to get SDABA to third, but cannot take advantage of it. And we move to the bottom of the 10th, where the Platte Killer Tomatoes could strike and get a walk-off. Can they do it? That comes up here in just a moment on Live Ticket TV.
There was a place, the perfect place for the everyday things you need to take care of around the house. The squeaky hinges and burned out bulbs. The toilets that run and faucets that don't. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It'd be just the right size. It would be an Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
What started out to be a small community celebration has grown into an attraction that draws literally thousands of people each year. Mark your calendars for June 19th, 20th, and 21st, 2025 for the 75th Annual Tabor Check Days in Tabor, South Dakota. Check food, check music, and check hospitality await you in Tabor. Check Days is sponsored by the Tabor Chamber of Commerce and proudly supports the Tabor Bluebirds and Bonhomme High School athletics.
Sun Gold Sports is proud to call Mitchell and Huron home. With over 50 years of experience, we are here for all of your printing needs. Whether it's for your business, school, or personal, we are your one-stop custom shop. Screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, banners, trophies, awards, and so much more. Give Steph a call at 605-770-6829. Sun Gold Sports of Huron and Mitchell. We print t-shirts.
Hunter Hewitt will lead things off. There was a great crowd still at Cadwell Park. Don't get me wrong, some people have exited the building, but still a large faithful for both the Killer Tomatoes, the Alexandria Angels, and just the fans of the State Amateur Baseball Tournament still here at Cadwell Park. It's great to have you online as well with Live Ticket TV, as it will be Hewitt to lead things off for the Platte Killer Tomatoes as we enter into the bottom of the 10th inning. McSherry out there pitching now in his second inning of relief. And this one smacked out to deep left field. It's back, it's back, it's gone! A walk-off home run with the walk-off Hewitt. Out to 350. Hunter Hewitt, the walk-off home run. Platte Killer Tomatoes punch their ticket into the quarterfinals, beating the Alexandria Angels 3-2. Hunter Hewitt saw the 1-1 over the plate and left no doubt and sent the Platte Killer Tomatoes into the night and on to the round quarterfinals as they'll take on the Hartford Humble Wood Ducks coming up Thursday evening. How about that for Hunter Hewitt?
I'm speechless because I even told you before the game 3 runs was going to score the game. First one to 3.
Precise.
I'm not going to say that I'm psychic or anything, but this isn't the first time that I've called a walk-off game in extra innings. We were at the College World Series game here against, it was Kentucky and Texas A&M, or Kentucky and NC State, and I told my nephew, I said, nope, Kentucky's going to walk it off. Sure enough, they hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 10th inning to win the game. So I'm not going to say that it's happened before, but it has. What a great win for the Tomatoes. And honestly, a great win for Biting Boss, for Doom, for Hewitt. That was a huge game for Jeff Harris. I mean, the whole team just played amazing tonight. The last 2 games for the Tomatoes have been unbelievable.
I'll have it here.
Winning pitcher for the Tomatoes tonight was Grant Doom, pitching 2 innings in relief, giving up 1 run. But what an amazing performance, actually, by both teams. Alec can't hang their heads on that. That was a great win for Platte. Great performance for Alec. With that win, Alec will be out of the tournament, but Platte Tomatoes will take on the humble Hartford Wood Ducks in a battle to the Elite 8 on Thursday night.
Let's go with the final numbers here as Gant leads the way in hitting for the Platte Killer Tomatoes as he goes 3 of 4 tonight. A couple more Killer Tomatoes, Harris and also Biting Boss go 2 for 4. But it's Hunter Hewitt's home run that he finishes the evening 1 of 5, but it's enough to get the victory 3-2. The Platte Killer Tomatoes taking the win will be Doom as he pitches 2 innings, gives up 2 hits, 1 earned run, walked 1 and struck out 2. But give all the credit to Michael Biting Boss as well. 8 innings pitched, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, was not earned, walked 2 and struck out 8. This evening. Taking the loss will be McShay, giving up just that 1 hit, which was a home run, struck out 1. Tyson Gow goes 8 innings, 126 pitches, gave up 8 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, struck out 7 along the way. For the Alexandria Angels, no one really leading the way in hitting, as there was 6 different guys with hits in the ball game. There were also 1 RBI by Jason Gow as he went 0 for 4 in the ball game. But just an overall, Tyler, what a great ball game. What a great way to finish off this night as we head into Tuesday morning. It doesn't get much better than if you're the Platte Killer Tomatoes. For the Alexandria A's, another year that slips on by.
And like I said before the game started, these 2 teams know each other. This is the 4th time they've played each other this year. Platte coming away with 3 wins now. And the comfortability level between both teams, they know each other. They know who's going to pitch. you and I even knew, too, going into that 9th inning, you knew McSherry was going to come in for Alec if they got it close. You knew Doom was going to come in for Platte if they got close. Both guys came in. Both performed amazing. Doom gave up a leadoff hit to Gow, a leadoff triple, scored the tying run, and then McSherry comes out and gives up a leadoff home run to Hewitt in the bottom of the 10th. You can't ask for a better baseball game than that.
Certainly can't. Tyler, thanks for all the help tonight.
Hey, well, thanks for having me. It was fun.
We'll see if we can't get you back up here for a few more games before the tournament ends. Fans, one last time, in earlier action, the Hartford-Humboldt Wood Ducks get the win against Elk Point 8-5. The Hartford-Humboldt Wood Ducks are on to the quarterfinals, and there it is, the walk-off home run for Hunter Hewitt and the Platte Killer Tomatoes. They win 3-2 as they will take on the Wood Ducks coming up Thursday at 7:30. Also, coming up tomorrow, Canova will take on White Lake at 5:30. To follow that one, Del Rapids PBR will play Millbank. For Tyler, I'm Heath Nimke. Big thank you to Caleb Titze and also Jody Brozick for helping out producing it this evening. Until tomorrow evening, a walk-off home run by Hunter Hewitt sends the Platte Killer Tomatoes into the quarterfinals. Until tomorrow at 5:30, have yourself a wonderful rest of your evening.